but sometimes you just go live and you say hi, everybody, and but that's just the way the show goes. It's early in the morning.
Bright and early.
And for some of us, it's even brighter and earlier, or less brighter and earlier. But hey, I got the new mug came in. Interestingly, for some reason, I guess they really must be having some kind of supply issues here on the state side with spring, because the mug shipped from Poland.
Poland?
Yeah, they decided to print it and ship it from their European distributor rather than the state side.
I guess. Well, maybe do you know where the distributor is making the mugs in America?
Well, the mugs, I'm sure the mugs themselves are probably made in China or someplace, or who knows?
What I meant, the whole production thing.
Well, so they have different facilities, right? They have a facility in Europe, and they have a facility in the States and stuff, where they take the gear and they print it on demand, and then they ship it from there. So shipping a mug from Europe is not a cost-effective, after it's printed, instead of to individually is not cost-effective. Wherever your supply source is from, shipping them in bulk to America to be printed, that's cost-effective. But shipping them one-off through the mail after printing, no. Definitely, that chewed away any of their profits for sure.
That's what I meant.
Oh my goodness! Especially since they had to refund me my shipping because it had taken so long. But anywho,
so they ended up losing.
Yeah, they did. So good on them. My nerdy collection is in Charlotte, North Carolina. It says hello from there. Christina, hello. Thank you for joining us. Tony, I tried watching Tony's. Last night I dropped on at YouTube's. I started to bounce around, so there was multiple lives going on. And Tony's was one of the first ones I clicked onto, and all I saw was 8 different panels of people sitting there quietly while a remote control car drove around the floor. And I was like, I sat there waiting for something to change, and it didn't. And I was like, all right. Well, there you go. That was riveting. Tell YouTube I'm out of here. But I'm sure there was more going on, and I missed the whole thing. But that's fine, Tony. Either way, I swung by and I gave you a thumbs up, though. So that's what's important. Paul, hello everyone. Izzyverse, good morning. It is Dragon Lover 3, not to be confused, by the way, with Dragon Lover 2 or Dragon Lover 4. Those are different cats entirely that suck. Dragon Lover 3, all right. Flo Dameron.
But it's okay.
He wanted to learn about supply chain. Oh, supply chain economics. We can talk about supply chain if that's really what you want to have a conversation. I know you're being facetious, so never mind. Dope Comics.
That's what this show does, right? Exactly. We talk about all the important stuff.
That is true. That is true. We can't talk about supply chains and logistics, global logistics, and supply and demand curves. So we can talk about all that stuff if you'd like. Let's get to comics. All right, fair enough. Heading into work. Good morning, all. Leaving a thumbs up. Thank you, Gary. Welcome, Gary. I promise to eventually get back to your show. Work has just continued to been hell for some reason.
I'll move this one, and I'll put this one.
Jesus, I feel bad. I feel real bad.
There we go.
But all right, let's see here. Oh, look at that. There's a wackadoodle. If you ever did.
Hey, what's up, Lee?
There we go. The hellos are over there, Mr. Legion, Mr. Award-winning Legion.
Hello.
Comics. Oh, there we go. Kevin, Random Rips. Good morning.
We're still talking about that?
I don't know. It's not even been a week yet, but people are talking about all kinds of things. No Absolute Superman signing at Midtown.
Yeah, because I wasn't gonna go pay $20 for each book for that signature. So no, sorry, Flo, wasn't interested.
I gotta pull that book down and try to read it again. I pulled it down, or the day of, I opened it up and I started to go through it, and I don't know what it was, but there was something about walls of text or something that was just made it
Yeah,
difficult
Superman
for
is
me to.
probably the most wordiest out of all of them. Where I
It
think,
just, yeah, as a guy who's got some reading issues, sometimes it just put me off, and I said, all right, I can't just quickly go through this. I got to set it off to the
yeah,
side.
Superman's
So.
the wordiest. Wonder Woman's the least wordiest.
Mhm.
I like all three of them, but it's very clear which is the franchise.
Madam.
Hi.
Madam is the franchise.
And I
Pinky
think
Tescadero, how are you?
I'm so happy I got a link before the show started so I could participate.
You know, given that you got the link about shortly after I was able to, as soon as I was able to get to that, I was not.
I thank you. I thank you for letting me hear. Hi, Random Reps. Hi. How are you guys doing, Andy, Mark, Rob?
Yeah.
Are you cold up there, Rob? Is it getting cold?
Well, it is. It's cool. And we haven't been running, we're not running heater, but we keep the door open for the dog. Yeah. So the house gets a little cool. And some people are still sleeping and would like to sleep cool. So it's one of my favorite times of the years. It's hoodie and shorts and flops season.
I see. Do you get the changing of the seasons? Your trees change and everything up there?
No. We don't. Not really. So we have a lot of evergreen trees, in throughout the area and stuff, but we do have some that change. But so it's like, it's not a lot. I have a couple maple trees, or Japanese maples, and I have
Those the dark maples?
the reddish.
I love
short.
those.
Yeah, so
I love those
I have a
ones.
couple of Japanese maples in the front, and I have a fruitless plum in the backyard that will drop leaves and stuff. But like the lemon tree and the orange tree, no, those don't drop in leaves. Oh, I guess I also have a desert willow that will also drop leaves, but they don't like turn beautiful. The desert willow doesn't like turn beautiful colors and stuff, and the fruitless plums and the Japanese are already red, so all red leaves year round. So well, they're up, but yeah.
I've always admired those Japanese maples that like dark leaves on them all year. I think they're so beautiful.
Yep, exactly. Let's see. Brother John, hello.
hey, Brother John.
JSS Brooklyn, good morning. MJ joining us. Good afternoon. AR, no. The question is, how you doing?
How you doing?
Canadian survivalist checking in, waving hello.
Canada's here.
And there's our man collecting Durs. Much
I
love.
blame
Legends
Canada for
packing up
everything.
for Motor City this weekend. Nice. Durs is just a straight up con junkie nowadays.
He's beating me on all the cons that he's doing lately.
He's a con king now.
Yeah, he's
Where's
taking
all
my
this money
mantle.
coming from, Dares?
I say
he works for
say-
the
humble bragging about his grooves. Okay.
Yeah, he's so good. He doesn't do live streams anymore unless they're on Whatnot.
Oh yeah, comics. Good morning, my boss. Hey, you know what? That's great. You're living a dream, man. I used to love. That's the one thing I used to admit I miss about like one of my past jobs when I was working in the audio industry was going to trade shows and stuff. That was always kind of fun.
Yeah,
I wish my problem would be with going to cons, comic cons though, as a job would be. I'd have to be very careful.
I used to have a job in Blackberry. Well, you could tell what happened with that one. I used to have a job in Blackberry, and
You're to blame.
yeah, I'm the reason. And we got to go.
Things really took off.
Yeah, it took off. We did so many good things in that job. That was my favorite job. Not my best job, but my favorite job. The Blackberry, because I actually got to go to Saturday Night Live and got to backstage, and I got to meet people and things like that. That was fun.
Oh, sure. Things like that. That's where I go like, yeah, sure. My time in radio was like the most fun
Yeah.
of all the jobs.
That's what I said. Fun. So.
Yeah, people who have Blackberries flip. They loved them. I remember my
Yeah.
adopted grandpa had a Blackberry like forever, and we're just
There
like,
was a
why
little
do you
ball.
still have
The
a
little ball made
Blackberry?
it amazing.
Yeah,
Huh?
The little ball on them made it amazing. That was a huge step forward.
and it's still believe it or not, BlackBerry's still around. They're just
Aren't they
they're
using like the
business.
professional field very often because like the security features on them?
Yeah, it's business to business, so government officials still have them, and stuff like that. High end, but they've transitioned out of just the regular consumer, and they just decided to be high.
Mm-hmm.
They'll stick to that because they're encryption.
Yeah, every now and then you'll hear like business people or politician people mention like their BlackBerry, and I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, they still use those things.
They still, but they're running. A lot of them are running off of Android now.
Well,
So-
you sure as hell wouldn't run them on Apple.
Yeah. Oh, no. Apple is their fierce competitor. So.
Isn't Apple
What up,
everyone's
Dr. Mom?
competitor?
I think so.
Yeah, the
It's
push
so
to
dark.
talk on the BlackBerry was pretty cool. I think that was a cool little feature to add.
I don't know if that will.
The way it worked, it was cool.
It was just nice to have a keyboard was all.
Yeah, I agree.
Because up until that point, most of us were still running the 10-key
T9.
keyboard, that 10-key keyboard.
T9. Remember
T9, baby.
T9?
Well, you could sit there and have a conversation with somebody while you're watching TV, texting in the other hand, not even thinking about it. Those were the days, dude.
It's
I didn't
amazing.
type over T9
I don't have conversations with people like that.
because you
I
don't
was
have
like-
friends.
No, because I didn't have friends I wanted to talk to like that.
I knew a coworker who was a T9 guru, and she would just be like in seconds write up a memo,
Yeah, I was like,
which was amazing.
sorry, I'm not a teenage girl.
Yeah. Well, neither was she.
You call me. We'll have a
Call me baby.
Oh, what was that? Not allowed to get regular again until after.
I don't understand all the context, but good luck.
Yeah, same here. Good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah, I am confused. Like, you're not allowed to have regular bowel movements again until
Yeah, I
you're
understand.
after you've met
Oh, we're talking about phones.
a regular phone.
I don't know.
We're confused.
I'm not allowed
We
to
need
get
more
regular
information.
again until after I've met a hypothetical wife. Man of my
Hypothetical
word.
future wife. He's a man of his word. The plus side, he may have met her yesterday.
Well, that's good that you may have met a girl, but I mean, the regular part's a little confusing.
If you're into girls, that is.
Well, sure. I mean, however, tomato. That explains why everyone older than me doesn't talk to text, Brother John. Talk to text. Oh, you mean speak to your phone and have it text for you?
Mm.
Log it off with the realization that Rob's not a teenage girl. Yeah, well,
Did anybody get a
I'm
chance?
sorry to shatter your dreams, but it's true.
Did
It's
anybody get a chance to start watching the Selling Superman story? It's out already.
Mm-mm.
Blackberry.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you were, it was a work reference.
What's it called, Izzy?
A reference from
Selling Superman. So that's the story of the man who had an amazing collection, but he was estranged from his family as a result of it. So he had a condition, but he just bought things. He just collected items. Among that collection, he had Superman #1, Batman #1, and he just stored it.
But
Everything
he
was
would
like
have like multiple copies of
and multiple copies of.
He's been collecting so long, he would buy like a handful of copies the day books come out for a lot of books. He's like probably like one of the original comic books speckers unintentionally with no intention of offloading it. So he's got like
When
3 or
hoarding
4
turns into speculation.
Exactly. He has like
Yeah.
3 or 4 copies of like numerous Silver Age keys and stuff.
Mhm.
And like he passed away, right?
Yeah, he passed away, and
then
when he passed away, when his family gained his, pretty much they were cleaning out his stuff. They found that he had all this all these items, not just comic books. Comic books is like the big part of the story, but he also had collectibles, cards, toys, you name it. He pretty much did everything. He collected everything, and he just stored it away. It almost cost him his marriage.
It did,
because,
didn't it?
yeah.
Like his wife.
I don't know
him.
if she divorced him or not. I'm not sure.
Well,
That part I
left.
don't know.
Yeah, they left.
Yeah, but it was a really bad thing because
the
they didn't know what
the family was left with his possessions after he passed away.
Yeah.
So they spent some time trying to figure out what to do with the collection. Ultimately, a couple of Instagrammers that you would probably recognize their name if you saw them are responsible for moving the collection.
Yeah, so they're busy selling it now for the most part. But his family didn't know about this collection. They had no idea what he was doing because he never shared that information with them.
And now they're all independently wealthy.
I know.
Yeah, as a result.
Yeah,
So-
I was working with the guy for the cover of that comic, and he explained how he had a Batman #1 from his youth, and he sold it and traded it in for a Stingray.
Wow,
The entire car.
that is a poor decision.
Yeah,
That
trade
was- well,
trade
no, now he's
something
got
of
a nice Stingray
appreciating
in the
value for
garage.
something of
It's
diminishing
amazing.
value. Wow. Remember Milestone chat there? Absolute Wonder Woman was standard Kelly Thompson goodness. I would say it was above par Kelly Thompson goodness. She did amazing with that issue. I don't think she's a bad writer. I haven't read a lot of her stuff, but
Okay, so
that was
out
a
of those
great-
3 issues, the Batman, the Superman, the Wonder Woman, which one's the best one?
for
In
who?
your mind? What was that?
For who? For me?
Yeah, for you.
I'll look at it 2 different ways. Like I think Wonder Woman was like the best done of the 3. I think Batman had the most shock value. And I think Superman probably had like the most content in it, if that makes any sense. But if you look at sheer just like a reading enjoyment value, I'd put Batman first because of the shock value and stuff.
Yeah. Independently wealthy. For me, I think Wonder Woman was the weakest of the 3. My personal opinion.
What is it?
I think Batman was the most entertaining.
It just had the shock value thing. You know?
But it was very entertaining.
You have
And
like
I
all that anticipation leading up, and it was the
Yeah.
first one to drop, so like there was a lot of heat on it. That helps with the whole experience.
While Superman one, I'm interested to see how this story unfolds because it deviates so much from the source.
Yeah,
in
that was
way.
my review of it. That it has the most deviations and the most world building.
I'm intrigued. If you guys don't know about the crest, the whole purpose behind the crest and the caste system they created out of it.
Yeah, my buddy Dope Comics wasn't a fan of it. He thought the crests were goofy, the science people, but I love that because that was being true to like having a nod back to like that's what the Kryptonians had on their chest when we first saw them back in the 1930s. You know, that was a callback to that, which I thought was fitting.
I think it was also a little meta in a way. And what I mean by it is that when you think about Jerry, Schuster, Siegel and Schuster and their story, how they were always, trying to get their rights, at least some kind of rights or recognitions to Superman, that it was always a pain in the butt for them. So it's kind of like what they did, what Aaron did in the story with the crest, saying that the crest was really a scarlet letter more than anything, that they flipped it around and they're making it more into a symbol of hope rather than it just meaning a symbol of hope.
Yeah, it's
like that.
It's your social station because you had the science class that had the crest of the sun because like the whole world was based around the red sun, their old technology and stuff. You had the working class, with what we perceived to be an S, and then you saw middle management there for a minute.
Yeah,
their crest is like buildings with the lines through it. But Dope did like you said in the comment there, you said it felt very Star Trek-y to him. And I can see that. It didn't hurt it at all for me. I like Krypton stuff though. I like the world of Krypton. I like the dynamic of Krypton. It's always enjoyable. If you like sci-fi stuff, half of Superman's entire origin is sci-fi stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of Superman's villains are sci-fi-esque stuff.
Mhm.
You know, you're dealing with like mad scientists and brainiacs and
Mhm.
alternate world versions of yourself with Bizarro World. It's very sci-fi.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
I like a couple of the little name drops that they had. How the people were worried about the Omega Men possibly and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, dude, they're putting a lot into this
that
one.
means Lobo's around the corner somewhere.
Looking at Cal hooked up to those wires, trying to charge up because he's like not able to get at full charge and stuff. That was really cool.
Yeah, I'm still concerned that it's with all the other books coming, and I'm concerned that it's gonna dilute it after a while. So after we get Green Lantern, Flash, and Martian Manhunter, I kind of want no more. Don't give me anything else.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, leave it as is. Let it be its own thing. Let it.
And it's almost like those are coming awfully quick too, right? Because those are in March, so they're dropping Wave 2 at about issue 6.
Yeah, but if they're DC's agenda is to cash in. Really, the writers are the writers, and the editorial staff are going to be. But DC themselves, DC proper, they want to cash in as fast as they possibly can. So, if anybody's going to dilute it, it's going to be those guys. It's kind of happening. I think it's kind of happening already with the Ultimate line in a weird way. It's already starting to feel a little diluted. Yeah,
it felt that way at issue 2 of Ultimate Spider-Man for me.
I don't think that far. Look at Rob's face.
I just like to poke the bear every now and then. Yeah. Said I felt like Absolute Superman was too similar. It honestly didn't feel different enough from other Superman relaunches in the past. And Lois arresting him at the page made me groan out loud. I don't know.
Well, she still names him Superman.
Well, I mean, that's his name.
But she's the first one to say the name, and that's staying true to
another little callback there.
Yeah, that's staying true. But it for me, I think I actually am looking forward to reading Superman to see where this story takes us. I like anybody else, the Batman part is exciting.
Superman has the best artwork of the three, bar none.
Oh yeah,
rushed it.
So.
Yes, but there you go. Absolute bad might.
His teeth.
It's coming. Imagine.
Thanks.
I don't know. I said the whole Absolute Wonder Woman didn't speak to me at all.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of like, The Absolute Batman was, I thought, was interesting, but we'll see where it goes. I'm not saying it's the greatest thing ever, but I'm not saying it's not bad either. So it's an interesting start. And Superman, like I said, I tried to read it, got intimidated by the walls of text. So it's back on my pile to be read.
Yeah,
I haven't given up on it. I haven't sealed it up and filed it away yet, but
it is wordy, but it's definitely worth reading.
No wordy.
To me, so Mark, as someone who has reading issues, it has a lot of. There was some spots in it where there was a lot of exposition text.
I'm not looking. I'm just going here.
Mm-hmm.
As to not scare any readers off, there's no text on that one.
That panel I'm interested in.
I'm just
that panel that you just showed with the Kent household. That's
Rob, I think you hit the one page that might have had a wall of text. I got through this so fast, and that was one of my.
I don't know. It was one of that was the beginning.
There's a Disney page. There's like 4 texts.
But I agree with Rob. So Rob, when you read
the speech bubbles plus all the exposition stuff, that starts to become
one of the problems I have in general, and this is why I've read comic books.
Mm-hmm.
One of the problems I have with reading is my mind dwindles off.
There's a busy one.
That's true too. That's the other part of it, right? Is if it's just not grabbing me right away, and it wasn't grabbing me right away because of the way it was starting off like on Krypton and trying to give me the backstory or something, or I don't even know. And I was like, started to read it.
Superman.
Instantly, my mind started going. So I gotta go back and give it another look. At the same time, I was also, to be perfectly honest, I was also distracted because I was trying to flip through and read it during Chris's show, so I wasn't giving it like a dedicated look either. Hence, I set it aside and said I'll come back to this. I didn't seal it up and go like, okay, I'm done with this, forget it.
Yeah.
It's just set aside to go back to when I could be focused.
Yeah, it's definitely a sit down read. I read it while doing laundry.
I gotta say, I've got to
They are so funny.
I've got to disagree. This comment's not necessarily fair to Rob. Say that
It's
Wonder Woman
funny,
didn't speak to him because he's not a teenage girl. I, as the resident feminist in the community, just ask Lady Fantastic. She'll tell you that's my job. Wonder Woman spoke heavily to me. Like I love that issue. I was out of the three of them, that was the only one that had me like actually like hyped like through that story. I don't know, when I was reading it, it might have just been like perfect time and place to read it, but I was like fully into it. My mind didn't wander, none of that. And by the end of it, when she does her little rally and tells the Harbinger like that she insists and pulls out the lasso for the first time, like I was ready to jump up and like go online and try to find a pirated copy for issue 2. Like I was ready for the next part.
I definitely get this here. This as a new collector reader is absolutely awesome for me. I mean, look, that's how I was never a DC reader for all my existence until New 52. Really, New 52 actually is what pulled me back in to comics, especially on the DC side of stuff. Simply from a standpoint of that it was that supposed advertised as a entry point. And so I started. That's when I first started the first Batman I ever read, outside of maybe like a Crest tie-in kitty comic or something in my, other than outside of Batman 66 and the other movies, it was reading New 52 Batman. Now, granted, it was a great story there with Court of Owls and everything else, but there is something to be said for a true natural kind of hopping on point. New 52 didn't turn out to be as true of a natural hopping on point as they had it advertised it to be, but still it was to some degree. And so there is something to be that. And that's the problem with, I think, even like TV shows that are like serial television shows where you go from one to the next and it builds and it builds and builds. The longer it goes, the more difficult it is for new people to jump on, because there's an intimidation factor, if nothing else, about what did I miss? Do I know what's going on type of thing? So I totally get that. And that's where I think that's one of the reasons why DC and also and Marvel are doing some of these relaunch things. Not only does it allow them to do different stuff with their books, but also become entry points for people.
I agree to that. I agree to all that, especially when DC kind of kicked it off in the 80s with Crisis. So they did Crisis so that when they could pretty much relaunch, like a soft relaunch of comic books. And then Marvel followed afterwards with Secret Wars, the second version of Secret Wars, not the first original version. And what really irritated me about it was that it almost played as if all of this that you've invested in time is gone, so we could bring new readers. And that's always been the problem with all the companies, right? That they always want to bring new readers, so they have to redo it, relaunch it, whatever they want to call it, right? But we spend so many years prior to that, decades even, saying screw it, just jump in when you want to, and it was fine. It was fine. There was no problem with it. People would jump into a book in issue 273 or issue, they'll find out when a story arc begins, or the cover will at least tell you, hey, this is the start of a new story. And then you jump in. There was a little bit of, this is who this character is and this is what this character is about. But this whole concept of constantly going back to square one is so damn annoying now. I like Absolute and I like Ultimate in that way. Is like, these are new, fresh takes on the characters you love, but they're not the same characters.
They're not the same characters, and you don't have to read them, right? It doesn't. Yeah. They're not blowing up the standard continuity, which is where a lot of the reboots have irritated people in the past. Is like they've offered an entry point for some folks, but at the same time they blow up this stuff for the existing folks. And so running a parallel like this, now you do have the problem of at $5 a book that you only have so many books that people can buy, and so people are going to make decisions, and potentially there's going to be, well, you may get some short-term gain. Long-term, if people choose to stick with absolute books in addition to the thing, they're going to maybe drop other titles, and so other titles of other characters who may have already been struggling to get enough numbers, those may drop, may end up getting dropped completely. And then you're going to have more of, my God, every single book is a Batman, Superman book type of thing.
So they sell.
What say you, Nick?
What's up, Nick?
Good morning. Maybe they should just make quality over quantity and not have the problem at all.
And there's a problem with quantity. There's a problem with quantity, and this is the problem. Creators don't have full range of these characters, right? So we're not seeing a plethora of new characters that people care about. Why? Because creators are not really doing it that way. They'd rather keep it for themselves, and that's why we're seeing more in the indie world. Characters people becoming more famous through their indie products. Yes, there's an occasional Miles Morales will jump in or something like that, but name me a character this past year that anybody really cares about that much.
Hey, can I ask though? I mean, is it that the management or the powers that be are really that oblivious to the fact that their product is trash?
I don't think
somebody's
they care
got
much.
Somebody's got a clue.
I think editorial may care a little bit, but above that, they don't care.
Izzy, if you look at like the key collector thing, I bet you can see every week where countless new characters come out all the time.
Yeah, but no one cares about them.
That has nothing to do with people not doing it. That has to do with the quality of your writer, man. Like,
yeah,
even JT4's Batman run, what took it to shit was him bringing out new characters that just suck. It's not a lack of new characters; it's a lack of good characters. Well, and that's very subjective. Like but just people haven't seen a lot of new characters that they like.
Yeah, there's a new care about Spider-Girl. No,
there's a new there's a new
Spider-Boy,
a new character in the Ghost Rider book that came out to
Wolverine.
Wolverine is probably the most popular right now.
Like they're doing stuff, but I mean, it's like
I thought
when these famous new characters or whatever from the 80s first popped out, everyone wasn't like, hey, there's a new character, that's my favorite. Now it took time for people to give a crap and time to put stories under their belt.
I thought
the Weapon will fall by the wayside, but a couple will stick.
Yeah, Weapon 12 they did with Spider-Verse was interesting. It'll probably be 5 years, if at all, before he gets any juice. So.
But also to that same point that I mentioned, though, I think one of the hottest things that's come out this year, well, this past year, is the Ghost Machine line, where creators are doing what they're doing. They're creating quality characters, and they own the rights to those characters.
Gee, if Mark just had somebody he was a high school buddy with who created something.
That's a good point, Izzy, because the last things that Jeff Johns did at DC was dump about 20 new characters he made up off in continuity, and a handful of them are still rocking now. If you pick up the brand new JSA All In #1, you can see Jeff Johns created characters from within the last year to year and a half that are on the last splash page. So he really expanded out like the Golden Age character stuff with new characters.
I think this is general love for the JSA characters.
JSA 1 was fantastic.
There it is. I got my blank.
Good morning, Kyle.
Good morning. How'd you sleep?
Had nightmares.
Oh, you were dreaming about Kyle.
No,
not the one that you normally would sleep
Right,
with.
the other Kyle.
No, he got
not the important Kyle.
You got a lot of balls wearing that shirt. Promiscuous time.
I'm from LA. I grew up, born and raised in LA.
From
the
the
Dodgers aren't even from LA.
And he's been a fan all the last 3
Do
months.
we need to go back to this whole thing? I thought the season's over.
It's never
Yeah.
over.
It's like I don't know.
It's never over.
It-
What kind of baseball fan are you that you still chat about your baseball team afterwards? Wait a minute, that sounds like a New York thing too.
I can do that because my team's leaving and they're a bunch of sorry
Yeah.
Sacagaweas.
My favorite controversial player, though.
Yasiel Puig. Oh my goodness.
You find that at the thrift store?
Yeah. I'm definitely just a bandwagon fan.
I thought so. You strike me as such.
I went to a game this year too. When they went to Arizona. For my roommate's bachelor party.
Mark doesn't sleep.
Kyle came all the way to Arizona and didn't even visit.
Oh
me.
yeah. I literally messaged Austin and Madam. I'm like, I'm kind of like last minute in Arizona. Are you guys doing anything?
And he was probably nowhere near anywhere in Arizona where you guys were, I'm sure. Because Arizona is just an itty bitty state.
I actually wasn't that far. I was in Gilbert, which wasn't too far.
Although if you subtract all the Indian territory from the state, it actually is a pretty small state. But
Yes.
it's up like 70% Indian territory.
If you want to get technical, if we took out all the Indian territory from the United States, it'd be a very small place.
No. I'm not. When I say Indian territory, I mean it's literally when you look at a map. It's they're the reservations.
Yeah, I was about to say even then.
I would be in Mexico. So.
Even then.
If I could talk about historically, sure, yeah. But
DBH, I haven't picked up my Marvel and indie books from this week yet. I don't know if I have any Marvel on the list, but I haven't picked up my indie books from this week yet. But I'm up to date on all the Miller World stuff, save for whatever came out this week. I don't even know what comes out each week right now. I still haven't started like looking at the pool list and making my top 10 video of what's coming. So I find out what's coming out when I walk into the shop every week right now, which has been kind of exciting.
That's fun. I like doing that though.
I do too. I generally don't pay that much attention about this release schedule, other than that I know, like for example, this week was almost no Marvel to pull, so I know that next week will probably be more Marvel to pull. But other than that, yeah.
Mark, you're so dark over there. I feel like you're depressed and in a dark hole.
What? I was going to ask you that question.
He sounds sick.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning where Madam's at.
No, it's 6 actually, right?
6 o'clock.
Yeah, she's an hour ahead of me now. It's only 5 o'clock in the morning for me now.
So speaking of characters that are coming out, I picked up this book. This book came out like a few weeks ago.
Super
Ultimate
hot right
6.
now.
It's super hot over one panel that may or may not be somebody.
What's the character?
Ultimate Wolverine.
Ultimate Wolverine. Let me pull up the image. So it's the very last image of the book. So this is a cameo. And how fitting, right?
Yeah, 180. It's our 180.
Yeah, look at the background. If you look at the background on this page.
Oh yeah, I see it. The cross.
You see it?
Yep.
So
That's a famous one, right? What is that?
What was that?
What is that comic from?
Ultimate X-Men #1.
Okay.
Number six. I'm sorry. So I think it's interesting that everybody's, going, I picked it up cover price, but it's one of those things like, is it or isn't it him? No one knows. They haven't said it yet, even though by issue 7, I guess we'll find out.
I was working at the comic shop when Tosin came out, and you would be surprised the people that come into the shop. They're like, "Hey, do you have Black Panther #3? Is it on your pull list? No? Then no, we don't."
Well, they're hoping that you don't know what's going on sometimes.
Yeah, but like there were so many, I guess, stuff like that where
Well, big characters come out. Sometimes people don't know in advance, so or they don't
Spider Boy.
There's a lot of people who don't subscribe, other than
Yes.
and they just kind of come in and pick up some books and they hear something that's hype on it. Okay, do you have it? Great. That's why many shops will have do have their finger on the pulse and know that there are big things happening. They will order extra copies of a particular book because then they can.
But all you get is that little blurb to figure out if there's something special that's happening in the issue. Like that's all comic shops.
I know that's true. There's not necessarily a ton, but sometimes these guys they have their ears to the ground on other things, and
Also true.
Or you
that's
can just
that's what happened with the first appearance of Spider Boy, right? No one really knew what that was about until the book came out, and when the book came out, people went crazy over it. Which reminds me, this week in FOC, there's a Daredevil book that has a spoiler warning that no one knows about.
Okay.
Or you could just wait a year and have the book cool off and then pay a reasonable price for it.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
You remember that? Oh shoot! It was Marvel number 6 or something. It had Johnny Blaze on the front, and it was really freaking. I don't know. It was super cool. It was like imposed with Marvel at the top, and he was on fire, and like it had something to do with Silver Surfer or something. That book was
Marvel's number 6.
Bermejo
oh,
Silver.
DVH, if you're doing that, and that's why you have 176 book mail order. I can help you. I'm going to help you a lot.
Okay.
Stop it.
That was my
Bad-
favorite.
Bad
cover.
Mowell. Bad. Just stop it.
But Nick, you remember when that book was like $250 is what
Yeah.
it was selling for, and it's cooled off to the point of like $75 now, and I'm just like, shit.
Most
Now's your time,
modern,
Share screen and buy you a copy.
most modern books that jump up over $100, or if especially ultra modern books, where you're talking about, it's come out within the last year, they're going to cool down.
Yeah.
You know?
I think
Speaking of,
Hit cover is Bermejo, right?
yeah, it's Bermejo. Speaking of staying hot, I think somebody's backstage.
Oh, he's hot. All right.
That was it. That's all you had. Oh, darn!
Look at that hot boy, baby.
Anticipation.
Long time no see, there, Mister
Hey, look
Viking.
at that. You're wearing blue.
Some great range glasses he's got on.
Yeah.
Somebody-
We're staring at screens.
Walmart Black
Oh yeah, watching
Walmart
memes.
Black Friday. How's everybody this morning?
Some of us have a hard time turning off the power of our brain. The ones run scans, flim flams, get rich schemes. Make you want to double your books for $10. Flim flams. Monorail. Wow. Yeah, but man, that shipping bill on 100, that's more than a short box of books. You got it stacked up there, DVH. It's
I remember that used to be weekly for me.
176 books.
A lot. Maybe not 176, but
Dang, that's a lot of books, man.
How big is your collection then?
well, now it's only 5 long boxes full now.
Woo! Good for you.
All right, it's pretty nice.
And one of those boxes is just all Star Wars stuff that I want to hang on to until it pops. Otherwise, that can go too.
I know a lot of people that are just trying to purge.
What about you, Comic Viking?
Does the purge?
How big is your collection?
No, the purge your books.
Don't be saying purge this week.
I went
Uh,
to,
This is not the week you should say
Right
it.
now, 465 books.
nice. I went to the Universal Horror Nights, and they had a purge thing. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with it, but it's like where the water, there's like a stage, and they like jump into the water and shit, and like go on jet skis, and I don't know, it's pretty cool. It's a cool show.
We call that a water show.
Yes.
Is that where the did you guys see that video of the whale pooping in the water and then splashing people in the front with that same water?
No.
I got news for you. You think the whales get up out of the pool and go use the bathroom?
Of course.
Elsewhere? No.
Of course.
You telling me they don't use porta potties?
Are there still whales in SeaWorld and stuff?
I'm questioning your
Haven't they started to outlaw that by now?
Yeah. There's a
That
the issue.
where just get up and use a porta potty just for the hell of it.
There's the issue with the dolphin being abandoned in one of the pools that shut down.
See, like
Ooh, that's not good.
they're not meant to be in tanks, you know. It's so sad. Do you ever watch The Cove or what is it? The orca one?
Free Willy?
Something. Those documentaries about how they treat the animals at SeaWorld and stuff are really horrible.
Yeah, I don't think they're just meant to be captive anyway.
No.
Fair.
I tell you what, though, Mark and Rob have given me the John Jang bug
Uh-oh.
that I've
Not good right
seen.
now. Getting that bug right now, man. He's putting out covers left and right.
I said hi to him and mentioned Mark's name, and he was super nice after I mentioned his name, but he was kind of a prick before
I
that.
instructed him to spit on you.
Oh, Biggie Shack, really?
I just thought it was
I
cool
like the
that
shockwave.
you can
Shockwave was bad.
The shockwave looks great.
somebody like that.
John's like one of the nicest guys I've ever
He
met
was
in my life.
he was super nice. He was sitting there bragging about like
Can you make
how
nicknames?
excited he was that his book sold out.
That's
He still geeks out like a little kid, which is awesome.
He's like, see this one? This one sold out in like 30 minutes.
I like, you know what? I personally like that when I see a creator geek out like that.
Just
That's
proud
just-
of your work. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I think, but that means they care.
Yes.
That's
Actually,
what I like. I can't stand when I see people like smugged about what they're doing. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is what you do for a living, man. Enjoy it. Why you're doing it? If you don't want to do it, get out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if it was only that easy.
Are you talking people who are bitter and disgruntled?
So let's say that you run into somebody at a convention, right? And they're having a shit day. That shit day is going to impact the way that the any interaction that you have, they're going to have that view of you going forward, where it's like, oh yeah, like this kind of person's like a prick, but they could have just been like, I don't know, tired, or like it's day 4 of a con, you know?
I get that. I've been to plenty of cons and I've seen that, but at the same time, it's not the fans' fault at that moment.
That's
You
right.
get what I'm saying? So you know, there, and don't get me wrong, we're talking about creators that spend most of their time staying at home writing or drawing, right? So their interpersonal skills isn't exactly there for some of them, right? But
Look no further than Izzy.
yeah, exactly. But I think, when you talk to a creator that's just a jerk, I don't want to read your books. I don't want to look at your art anymore. Like, I think of guys like Daniel Warren Johnson, John Jang, who absolutely love, being a part of it. And look at Todd. Todd's been doing it for how long? 40 plus years.
Yeah,
And he's
still
still excited to see people's faces.
Yeah, because
When he was at New York Comic Con, everybody was taking photos with him. He didn't care. He didn't care if he was late to something. He would stop to take pictures with people.
That's also because
have any of you met Jim?
Are you saying then, Izzy, that you won't read stuff because you don't agree with the person?
It's not that I don't agree with them. It's just that if they end up becoming a jerk about
I'm
something,
hearing, madam.
it loses my momentum to read their stuff.
Is he saying act the way I want you to act, or I'm not going to support your shit?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think you should separate those things, because I think
Sometimes
on
you
the
do,
merit
sometimes
of
you
if
can't.
you liked them before you knew that.
I like
Sometimes
the
you do,
wild,
sometimes you can't.
eccentric artists. You know what I mean? I like to be able to enjoy their work and then sit back and just watch them. Like, what is they doing?
I will admit that it is easy sometimes to separate those things, because, like, I like Rob Zombie musically. I enjoy his stuff, but in my mind is forever that he is doesn't matter what else he does in the world. In my mind, he's freaking biggest prick in the world ever. It all stems back to a meet and greet where he was coming out to a group of fans that were allowed backstage for stuff, and he went and sat. He had to get drug out of the trailer while the rest of the band was there because he didn't want to interact with people. He went and sat in a corner, put his head down, and when people came up to him, tried to interact with him, he didn't acknowledge them. He just signed whatever was from him and then pushed them away. And that was his whole interaction the whole time he was there because he was required to be there. Even for the group photo, he kind of just like put his head down with his hat and kind of like purposely made himself out of it. And you go, dude, 10 minutes. That's all you needed to do was be cool.
Yeah, that's a little different. That's kind of a douche
sad,
move
but like,
because he agreed.
what if his dog just died? What if his grandma just passed
Well,
away?
it translates. Look,
He
I'm just
could've-
saying it translates over. You can.
They could have been, if someone aware of his situation could have informed the people there and not even left
relay
him
that
to inform
information.
them if something was going on, because stuff does happen.
Yeah.
But to go
I
into
don't
a
know.
situation like that.
I think you shouldn't judge someone on their worst day. Otherwise, we'd all be.
I'm just saying, look,
not worthy of talking.
I'm making this an analogy. If I meet a content creator for comic books, same thing, right? I can have a bad interaction experience with him. Man, that guy's a jerk.
Better burn those John Byrne books.
But ultimately, at the end of the day,
Yeah,
when it
thank you,
comes
the
down to picking up and collecting what I read, maybe it's a little easier for me because I don't buy books primarily based on, with the exception of maybe some cover artists. I don't buy books based on who's writing the book or who's the interior artist. I buy the books based on the character that's in there regardless, and I don't follow an artist to a book or to another book that I don't actually normally collect. So for me, I guess it's a little bit different.
So what I'm trying to say is that there's certain times when you meet somebody. Yeah, it could be just a bad day, and you could give them the benefit of the doubt of that bad day. What I mean is, if that interaction turns out that it's very clear that this individual is just a straight up jerk, it makes me not care about that stuff anymore.
Oh, like when I met Kyle.
Yeah, exactly.
I really enjoyed our coffee. This day.
Everybody talks about John Byrne and how John Byrne, his character, right?
Kyle's
You see, I had a chance to meet John Byrne. I actually don't remember my interaction with John Byrne, but I met John Byrne because I got some books signed from him. I do have some John Byrne signatures. I didn't have a bad interaction with John Byrne. Now, what I hear through the grapevine is many people did. So guess what? John Byrne stopped doing cons. If that's who you're gonna be, then stop doing the cons. If you don't want to see people, don't do them. You're not obligated to.
Yeah, but if those people are giving you money, you don't have to like them either.
Yeah.
Has anybody had a pleasant experience with Art Adams? Because I still have yet to.
I've met Art Adams all the time. I like Art Adams.
Interesting. Okay.
He's a good guy.
It's just you. All right, moving on.
But then again, I met him plenty of times. I never sat down and had a beer with Art Adams, if that's the case. But I've never had a bad experience with Art Adams.
I think Art Adams is anti stealing water.
He's just not a talkative person. That's all.
I might have caught him on a bad day then.
Yeah, a lot of artists I feel are introverts anyway.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
So to push them out and make them interact is uncomfortable for them. I would imagine.
Now, the person I met recently I didn't meet recently, but I had a chance to actually sit down and talk with him was David Mack. And David Mack, to this day, he's still very, humble about his work and stuff like that. When people tell him, "You're a legend, man. You've been doing this for years."
Was one of my favorite people.
But that makes me appreciate his work even more than after 20, 30 years in the business. It could wear you down after a while, and I can understand that. But to still be humbled about it, it just goes to the character of that individual and makes me appreciate their work even more.
I'll second that one. When I met David, I was making fun of him because of his series called Cover. And I go, bro, why'd you have to name it Cover? Like, how hard this shit is to find online? And he's like, yeah. Type in comic cover into Google. Good luck.
Cover number 1, cover A.
Yeah.
I'm still at a crossroads. I need to decide whether or not I'm going to go to Fan Expo this month or not.
I was thinking about whether I wanted to go to MegaCon, and then this week I made the decision I'm not going to MegaCon.
Well, I've got, for us, we have San Francisco Fan Expo is Thanksgiving weekend. I'm not going anywhere. I've gone the last couple of years. It's like, it's so, but it's like I've taken the day. It's like I have the time off. Obviously, I've even like made it so I don't have a show on scheduled right now for the Saturday, so I can even potentially go on a Saturday to the event. But I just still haven't pulled the trigger on buying the tickets because I'm just like, oh, I don't know if I even really want to go though. It's like,
Well, what's the factors that are stopping you from going?
one at San Francisco. That's a big factor.
Desire sounds like one of them.
I don't care for San Francisco.
Fair. And then
We
Mark-
clear.
We hate San Francisco.
I know that people on the East Coast like to think that I'm in San Francisco, but far
no,
from it.
you're on the other
That-
side.
that's because your nickname is the San Francisco Treat, Rob. That's why.
Far from that.
Mark, at least once a month, bro. I watched that clip probably last week. It gives
I
me
don't get the
chills.
reference,
I
but
just sat here and turned my phone all the way up. God.
The Batman starting up the Batmobile in Pattinson's Batman.
That was
okay.
one of the coolest moments in a superhero film I've ever seen or experienced in a theater. That was insane.
Well, Bor.
Rob, this Sunday marks the series finale for the Penguin. So that means you've got the green light, good sir, to activate HBO whenever you're ready and not have to be waiting on episodes. You're clear.
Got that.
Arcane season 2.
It's so good.
I got to
Rob,
catch
you have,
up.
you have
I'm
the
missing
book?
like 2 episodes.
They're gonna be good.
Yeah,
It's
I
gonna
know.
get
I
so
know some
many
stuff
Emmys.
that's happened already. I already know some stuff that happened. So, but I've just been so busy that I haven't been able to catch up on them.
Yeah, I don't know why.
you sit for an
delayed.
hour on a stream bullshitting with a bunch of goobers. It's so busy.
Well, I watch. So the Penguin I watch with my wife. So if I don't watch it with her, she's gonna get mad.
Yeah,
You
so
can't
I wouldn't-
just watch that and
I've
just
done-
lie and
I
just
have that
watch
problem
it
with-
again.
Yeah, I can't watch it a second time and not. I
I have
to
that problem
respond
with
the same way.
NCIS with my wife. She doesn't want it. She doesn't want me watching it without her and stuff. It's annoying. They stack up. But when it came to like Mandalorian, I told her to go F herself, and I watched it, and then I sit down and watch it a second time with her or something. But
It's like Agatha. I know most
Oh,
people in
look-
this group doesn't
Mark,
care about
can you see
Agatha,
Mark?
but I saw the whole season of Agatha. I saw the whole thing.
Sorry.
My wife was like, "I don't want to see that," and I said, "Okay." So I ended up watching it. So and I saw the whole season, and you know what? It ended up pretty good. I didn't hate it.
How many hours
I
did your
didn't
life
love
did
it,
you lose
but I
watching
didn't hate it.
Agatha?
What was
yeah.
that?
How many hours of your life did you lose watching Agatha?
I didn't hate it.
That's not what she asked
You
you.
don't have any time,
didn't-
but you wait.
How many hours, though?
So each episode's approximately 40 minutes.
And there
And
were what,
there
like
were
eight
nine episodes?
Loses the
I think it was
wrong
8
answer.
episodes.
9 episodes of Agatha.
Nine episodes, not too bad, and it's really 30 minutes because you had the opening, previously on that stuff, the previous, and then you got the credits, so they count that. So it's really 30-minute episodes. They're not long. Yeah.
I'm actually. Anybody else watching Gangs of
James
London?
is not listening to me. My wife wants to see Penguin, and if
I
she wants
agree
to
with
see
Jay, man.
Penguin,
All right.
we're gonna see it
Izzy,
together.
Ooh,
Meanwhile, I'll let Izzy
Ooh,
catch
no.
all the strays
Izzy.
because
My goodness,
Izzy.
you guys.
Izzy, we all understand that you want to watch the show with your wife, but if it was that important to you, you would have made it happen. So
Damn, Alan.
Not
Alan
with
dropping
first
Alan
Penguin.
was
I
just
said,
married.
it's just the truth, man. And then you spent the
Not with
time.
my
Alan,
schedule the way
hey,
it works.
Izzy, we have to listen to Alan. Alan speaks from a world of experience. Long,
Alan just
long
got
time.
married,
He's
okay?
been married for
I've been married
at
for
least
how many
weeks.
years now?
and
Yeah. 21 years.
21
I know
years.
what makes her happy, and that's if she wants to watch Penguin together, that makes her happy, which makes my life easier.
Yes.
Was
But
it-
Alan has weeks and weeks of experience in
Probably.
marriage.
Overflowing with
No, I don't know, but like if you put it through like the formula, he kind of jumped ahead and got a few extra weeks because of the hurricane.
Hmm.
Like they got married and then we had an immediate hurricane, so he was hunkered down through tragedy with her.
No, actually, I got married in like
So
right
you're
after it.
saying that all
week
those
after.
at that time
Yeah,
is
but I'm
added-
saying it was through like the destruction and the blackout where everyone's just at home with no resources and everyone's at their I would say at their worst, but God, that was so not true. Like everyone's
I mean,
going through the
could've been
worst,
worse.
but at their best. Like it was.
You
I
and Mark.
I do have to point out like this area, and I've seen like plenty of footage and stuff from other areas. It looks like a lot of people were really at their best through all of this. It was wild.
You and
Yeah,
Mark
I
have been
think
friends a long time. He doesn't want to say that your wedding directly caused the
Nick, I've
comment.
known you longer than I've known Alan.
Really?
Let's see, Brother John.
Me and Alan literally, well, for context, me and Alan literally met on the release of Last Ronin.
Yep.
Huh?
So Alan, in his infinite wisdom, I'm sitting in ABX, and Alan comes walking in like a bull in a china shop, mouth breathing, swaying his arms, walking through the store, and it's just me and Paul in there. Like I'm sitting at one of the tables, and this is at the old store. Like Paul's at the counter, and Alan's pacing around the store like he left his car keys somewhere, and he's trying to figure out where. And then he comes up to the counter, like, "Hey, you got any of them Last Ronins?"
Wait, just like this?
Yeah, just like that. And it felt like that scene out of Jingle All the Way when Arnold
We should
Sinbad
just all do
busts
this at
into
one
the
time.
toy store and ask for the Turbo Man. And the two guys, they look at each other, they look back at him and just, don't you know? Last Ronin's the hottest selling toy this Christmas season. If you didn't pre-order your copy, you didn't get one. And Alan's like,
Turbo
"What are you doing?"
Man.
I'm sitting there. This is not a DC book, and this is on like what, Alan, a Thursday, the
Wednesday.
day after release. So I'm
Wednesday.
sitting there with my non-DC stack of books, and Alan, like, it's like heartbreak in real life. You see this man shrink. I'm like, oh. So I grabbed my Last Ronin. I'm like, here, buddy, you can have mine. He looks at me. He's like, are you serious? He didn't know that human compassion between strangers was a real thing. And he learned that day that it is. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, man, you can have mine. And that's how me and Alan met. And he still has that.
They've
Beautiful.
been
story.
married ever since.
Yeah.
Right there.
I'm banging since. I'm Big Spoon. It's for dominance, not pleasure. Y'all chill out.
So, in your analogy, is the comic Viking Sinbad or Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, I can go either way, to be honest with you. I think I would have to be Sinbad. Have you heard that guy's take on conspiracies?
No.
Sinbad goes off like 3 times in that movie while they're sitting outside of toy stores. Like the man coming and just ruin, like talking about how consumerism is like killing the Christmas spirit because he's out there waiting to get a toy while his family's at home, and talking about the post office. Like this was in the late 90s, so the whole postal thing was going on then, and he was a postal worker in the movie. So yeah, I call Sinbad in this situation. Tata Turtle Man.
Brother John wants to know what the eBay link is to that Last Ronin bookmark that you have.
Wildly enough, Alan's bought and sold numerous Last Ronin since then.
Oh, without a doubt, but not that one. That one's.
I even told him, dude, I wouldn't be bummed out or offended in any way if you sold that book. It's your book. I passed it off to you, and he said, "No, he's keeping it."
No, that's one of the ones that's no matter what happens, that stays.
Oh.
What are you drinking?
What?
Ooh.
That's a personal question.
Everclear.
I know. I see it. I see it.
Everclear.
Everclear. International.
Savage.
I love that Madam's drinking sparkling water like it's freaking a bottle of booze.
Well, she might be a
Drinking like
professional,
Chris
Rodney.
Garrett.
I had to
what's in that
double take
bottle.
when she first pulled the bottle up to the side and everything. I was like, "What is that?"
Pinkies up and everything.
I'm drinking.
She's got it wrapped in a brown paper bag.
I'm drinking
That'd be
liquid
great.
copium.
No.
Liquid what?
Copium.
Liquid courage.
Liquid courage. Yeah.
Liquid copium.
Fuck
That's
that
one of
shit.
those new online
Ladies
words.
and gentlemen, It's
I'm
called
like,
coffee, and it's black.
copium,
It's a
there's
way for you
copium,
to
and
drink.
there's copium.
Consume it in
No.
mass quantities.
Coffee is horrible.
What is going on? House of X. So they were nominated for like the CBC awards or the YouTube awards, kind of for the comic book stuff. They were nominated for some awards for like in like a different genre. There's people out there that put on award shows for like travel video style channels and stuff like that,
Oh, cool.
like vlog style stuff, and they got a couple of awards that they were nominated for.
Nice.
So congrats to them.
Yeah, they're good guys.
Awesome channel. Yeah, they're fun.
Someday I'll be the very
No, you
best.
won't.
Wrap it up. Not happening.
Is
House
it-
of X, when you gonna do
it's
your next
you're
show?
like in a sinkhole or something, or like you're in quicksand and you're just
Wait a second,
falling
whoa,
and you're
stink-
just
oh,
sinking down and
sinkhole.
just-
I thought you said something about stink hole. And I was like, what?
That's what I heard too.
Is this more of a dominance thing again, or what?
Their next show is today, Izzy.
Oh, cool.
It's
Way to
Friday.
pay attention.
Well,
Izzy.
I was thinking more on the lines when they're gonna be out and about.
That's not what you asked them. They're out every day. They're not homebodies.
Boot in a boot.
That I know.
There's a link to vote right there. Appreciate that,
There you
DJ.
go.
Yeah, y'all go hit the link. Vote it up.
I gotta go to YouTube so I could do that link.
I'm not clicking that link.
You don't want to. It's a Google Doc.
Yeah, that's all it is. Kyle, you were a big fan of Google Docs for a while, or Google Sheets or something. You were compiling some kind of mad
The
science style.
2024.
Are you still working on that?
Working
Kyle,
on what?
that big list of stuff you were doing. What was it, like all the channels and schedules or some shit years ago?
What up?
The comic book community Google Doc. Yeah, where it's just I hyperlink everybody's channel and then you click on it and then
I'm
you
pretty
go-
sure all Kyle's been doing is publicly making a hit list without any of us knowing.
that's what it was. No, I still do it.
It's actually a mailing list. He can send out packages of white powder to.
Yeah. But the good news, you don't have to worry about getting anthrax anytime soon from Kyle because he takes so long to ship, apparently.
Okay.
I was just watching the Unabomber thing right now, so none of this is funny.
Wow.
I'd say it was be a sweaty package with wires sticking out of it.
Art Adams try to warn us all.
That was the comics curing cancer packages. It was a little sweating package with wires and a little ticking sound.
It just says on the back it says trust.
So I gotta vote for all these channels.
Yeah, that's a long list.
Yeah,
Did
the
you-
top it says you got to vote for all of them.
I gotta vote. He made it. They made it so you have to vote for all.
Yeah,
of
it
them.
tells you at the very top, don't leave any of them blank. So just click
What is-
one. It
what
wouldn't
is this
matter.
But I don't like doing that. I don't like to blind click.
Well, then go figure out all the channels and then forget to come
What?
back and actually vote for the channel.
Go
that
do
you
your
want.
research and come back next week.
You know what I'm saying? Now I gotta watch these things.
It'll take you as long to vote as
Do
it
your
will to
research.
watch the last episode of Penguin. So there you go.
Last thing, I gotta do all this before I watch everything. Penguin.
Let's start with Edna's.
No, I like controversial cruising. What is controversial cruising?
Edna's place.
Where you walk around on a cruise ship with only a t-shirt and flip flops, nothing else.
Oh,
Blackberry.
Winnie the Pooh it.
That
I
doesn't
did
sound
that.
controversial. That's
That's
T-shirt,
called Winnie the Pooh. it.
T-shirt, flip flops, and blackface.
Nicholas.
I
Jesus Christ.
That would
I'm
be controversial.
Talking a smile.
Wait, but the best thing is immediately right after that one is Best Family Channel.
I was going to say or you're on a cruise ship and every half hour you say a Brian LCS joke. Boom, controversy.
Best Family Channel. All about the
Roasted.
Jacksons.
I was let down by Brian this year. No monologue.
I'm
serious.
let down by this thermos. It's almost empty.
If you look back at that video and all my comments, it was like, did I miss Brian's monologue? Where's Brian's monologue?
Like a late night show monologue, like at the start of
Yeah.
it kind of thing.
He always like homaged like Saturday Night Live before the show, and he just like didn't this year. That was sad.
I'm at the brew
In all categories. But
In all
but did
categories.
you vote
Right? If I remember
for
correct, they're in two
controversial
categories.
cruising? Mike, that's what I want to know.
That makes me want to watch controversial cruising. I
Maybe
want to see.
I
What's-
I want to see
support-
what's so
I support
controversial
your
about
idea to
cruising.
stop getting
Yeah,
breakfast
moral
at
biggie check.
McDonald's.
Did you not see the Bill Burr freaking episode
Of
about
what?
cruises? About cruises?
No.
Bill Burr's going to
how-
host SNL this weekend.
Bill Burr said that he would do population regulation by randomly sinking cruise ships.
That was an old stand-up he did, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That reminds me, my next cruise bill's coming up.
Going to Alaska again or what?
No, this time this is a cruise just up the west coast. So it ends up in Canada and comes back down. So it stops in leaves San Francisco, goes up to Astoria
Yeah, Bob. It
and
does.
Seattle and Vancouver. So it's just northern west coast Pacific. It's a cruise we had scheduled years ago, but pandemic shut it down and got it canceled, and we're just now getting a chance to retake this cruise. So
We got Watson pulling up in the second channel.
nice.
TM Nerdy, are you still here?
Sir
Sorry,
Timothy Nerdy is probably still here.
I just want to address a comment he said earlier.
Address it anyways.
People complain on some of the categories for the CBC Awards. Go look at some of these categories. Best couple. There you go.
So should we?
Yep.
I
I think
complain
because
about?
I saw it because it seemed, and I've seen a lot of House of X videos where they do like streams and have other channels on. There are a lot of couples in like the community that they're like in with the kind of content they do. You have a lot of those channels of couples. It's really
I would
cool. It
imagine
makes
so,
a fun
probably.
dynamic.
Yeah, I told Legion, let's go in on that, man.
Yeah, we're still debating
What
who's
about-
going to be the.
What
the
about
groom
Alan
to-
and Beckerman? They're a nice couple.
Turn.
I think Becker abuses
Yeah, but are they
him.
fucking?
Yeah. But they ain't got nothing on Comic Screen Cancer. We got a thruple going.
I have medical issues, so I don't think I can participate.
Jesus Christ.
That was a very impactful statement there.
It was
Sorry.
an honest
That's
question.
the
We need the
sidewalk
answer.
to freeway.
I stand for polygamy.
Well, what do you sit for then?
Also,
Polyamory.
Power fist of 5,000.
Yo, my daughter was telling me.
nerdy.
So my daughter works on a school. She's like the staff speech pathologist at like a private school. And there were rumors going around that one of the teachers was having an affair with like the janitor or whatever at the school. And then there was a function where the teacher was there with the husband, the janitor was there, and it was revealed
And a rabbi.
the three of them. Nah, you weren't there. You weren't there. It was revealed that the teacher, her husband, the janitor, and another teacher, and I think it was another one. So I think it was 5 in total, that they were all involved in a polyamorous relationship.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah,
And it was
Happy
all on
times for
YouTube.
everyone.
Absolutely.
that's too much work.
That's right.
That is a lot of work. Yes.
It's like, you telling me I got to remember 4 birthdays now? Get the fuck out of here.
There you go, DJ. My man.
Practical thinking. There you go.
I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
That's- look, I have to. That's why I have to use Google Calendar for like all that crap. I don't remember people still. I barely remember my brother and my sister's birthdays. So there you go.
Yeah, so you just reminded me I have brothers and sisters.
What are their
Yeah,
names?
but
Crap.
at what point do their birthdays no longer matter? I mean, seriously.
Nah, I'm good. with
It
I think
depends on your
birthdays no
family, I
longer matter when
suppose.
the
but-
person doesn't care for the birthday anymore.
I think death. At death, they don't.
I don't know about that,
it's
man.
still
We still
important.
celebrate my dad's birthday.
Look, I'm
and
not
he's-
saying that I need to run out and go buy them a present. What I'm saying is, though, I do need to at least send them some stupid birthday gift or something, right?
Nah, we don't do that.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
thought
pretty much.
I thought long and hard enough not even to buy you a birthday card, but I sent you this last minute GIF I found online, and I know, yes, I know, I'm pronouncing it GIF, and I will because I'm fucking old. So deal with
I
it.
like Department of Truth. What issue is that?
What's wrong with GIF? Oh,
Apparently, it's the wrong pronunciation.
I thought you meant gift, like a present. Yeah,
No,
I say
no.
I say
thought
gift.
it was-
I say
thought you
gift.
said gift as well.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
You mean not a GIF? Like
Ooh,
Interesting.
crispy. Is that from Nomos Comics and Captured Collectibles?
Yes,
Capnom? My
Catnom.
guys, yeah.
I
Yeah,
can
the
tell
guys
by
who
the
send the shitty bags. Yeah, your guys.
the
Wait a minute.
abundance of
Oh,
the
that happens a lot when they pack the Well, I get that a lot. I'm not saying that it's dumb, but
No,
Mylars.
it happens a lot whenever I get a
Yeah.
package from them. Remember last week, Rob, when I opened a package like that from them? Same thing.
Yeah, I think Mylars in general, like
Is
some of
the-
them tend to blow up or whatever.
Is the Nomos love just a New York thing?
The Nomos love.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Nomos?
No more love. What?
Oh,
He's nice
he's been part of some controversy.
What
Kyle,
controversy
fill us
has
in.
Nomos been?
See, World,
Yeah.
World War's got it. It's
Fill us
GIF,
in,
not
Kyle.
GIF. Very good.
Thanks.
Good
Thanks,
job.
Pope.
Thanks for the clarification.
Is Nomos taking money for books and not sending them?
Look,
Sure.
GIF
yeah.
is peanut butter. Okay, deal with it.
Time out.
Yeah,
Y'all give
what's
Kyle,
the- what's
give
the
Kyle room to
controversy?
give Kyle room to breathe. Here
Oh,
to try to
wait,
tell us
I'm
about
sorry.
Controversy.
Hold on. Let's do it right. Okay,
Yeah, let's
let's
just
move
do
you
it.
up there. Here you go.
God.
You're all there. You go.
All right, Kyle, fill us in. Save us.
Why? It was so long ago. It's like bringing up my past, you know.
What's long ago? No, serious question. What's so long
Uh,
ago?
I don't want to do this here. I guess.
So you brought it up.
I did.
You did bring it up.
You did bring it up.
You did it to yourself.
I feel like this is slightly harassing.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
like for me, I'm super interested because I have a working relationship with Nomos, and I don't know if there's any controversy or anything like that. So that will inform my opinion if I keep supporting them as a retailer. If you're over here saying there was controversy,
Let me get proper. I don't know. Like I said, it was a long time ago. Let me
Representation.
let me like actually make sure
Kyle's
my
messaging his lawyer. What can I say?
let me make sure
He's
my
gonna
facts
he's
are
gonna
right.
check himself before he wrecks himself.
Rex himself.
yeah, good. Chickadee check.
Madam, in the private chat, I put what I'm drinking. Oh, yeah.
It's a madam. It's not harassment because anytime he could just hit the leave studio button.
Aw.
Oh yeah.
True
Well,
story.
look at it that way. I chose to be here, if that makes sense. Let me go back. It was literally like a year ago though, so I don't know if any of it stuck.
That was a
Oh, there you are,
little
then.
boy.
It had to do with the same. Oh wait a second, maybe I'm the problem.
I'm
Well,
This
Kyle, I'm glad we
only-
came to this
Wow,
realization.
isn't
We've
it?
known you for
Like,
years, and we all been waiting for today. And it
He
happened.
finally openly admits to that he was always
Hallelujah,
the
he broke
problem.
through.
I bet the farm on that.
Huh.
We all knew it. We just wanted him to figure it out on his own.
Congratulations,
They
Kyle.
didn't
That's,
remember.
that's,
Do you have a
that's,
clip for that, Mark?
that's a big.
117. Got it.
That's a
Kyle,
giant step.
now the healing process begins.
TJ, honestly though, it has to do with the same people with Wine, Cheese, and Comics, please.
I don't
So
know what that
like
is.
literally, no, the people that I was involved with my drama was the people from Wine, Cheese, and Comics, please. The drama that I had with Nomos Comics was also involving the people with Wine, Cheese, and Comics, please. Like my podcast might be the problem. Like no joke. I know it's a meme, but like
It's the greatest light bulb moment I've ever
I,
seen.
I still need to be filled in on what the controversy
I
was.
will fill you in, but I'm
Yeah,
thinking
because
that
right now it
like,
just seems like you're just like skirting it.
Yeah, you're
no,
definitely.
not even. Well, the thing is that I don't fucking remember it.
He's
'cause
tap
it's so long
dancing.
ago.
Tap dancing around.
So-
for sure.
It will forever be the second greatest light bulb moment I've ever seen.
So you're
Well,
basically,
Bigger Jim
you're
with number
basically
one.
saying that you're giving a political response and then giving a 14-year-old's response saying, I don't remember now.
Alan's here just to start fires, guys. I like this.
Did you see
Is,
the
that,
private
is Alan
chat
running a
on?
marathon? He got his marathon glasses on. I love it.
No, these are just regular glasses. I just got them with the blue filter.
Blue
He's
light
got the
lock.
glasses. He's got the tape on his nips. He's ready to go.
Yeah.
I have blue filter on mine.
Hey,
Mine
he has-
don't look
he
like
has
I'm
a
ready
full
to
Ever
go.
Andy
ran a
Cosmo
half
range.
marathon or marathon? Band-aid on the nip. That's definitely needed.
Chafing, yeah, absolutely.
Look,
thing.
all I'm going to say is I got blue filters on my glasses too, and I don't look like I'm ready to go to the range.
Babe, get me some band-aids.
Oh, I also have Progressive lenses.
What's
I
up,
have-
JBL?
This is what they sent me. Okay, this is what I ordered. This is what they gave me.
We just want to give you shit, brother.
Go for it.
Justin,
That's what we're doing.
Good morning.
All right.
And you're making it all the more tasty by biting.
Good for you.
As for the 14-year-old comment, I blame what's in this cup. So
Did JB just get a haircut?
No.
No,
I
he's
just-
been sitting
I sorta
here for the
combed
past 5 minutes. I didn't see no
I
one cut his
sort of
hair.
combed it.
Yeah.
I feel like the comic Viking and Justin Birch should be next to each other for comparison reasons because I feel like they're very similar.
Oh,
Today.
well, that's not fair to me.
Are you trying to say you don't love a DJ sandwich between those two?
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
what are you talking about? I'm the one wearing the blue
We
light.
need to have them side by side for comparison
Well,
because
you
you
should
guys
have-
look like you're twinning today.
But I'm also
Ow.
thinking, should DJ be over Mark or under?
Oh, he's under.
He's under? Should be under Mark. Okay.
I should be under McFarley.
The
What-
McFarley.
What did I walk into?
You didn't.
Great question. But it's very.
I
loaded.
figured you heard when we said, well, there is just a leave studio button, and then you popped in. Just that way you could later on hit the leave studio button.
He'll say smoke bomb before he does so.
Maybe.
I'm not even saying
They'll
it
type
anymore.
it
I'm
often.
just typing it in the private chat and leaving.
Yeah. It's exactly how it goes sometimes.
It be like that sometimes.
Well, the sticky
Word.
Viking's better than a stinky Viking.
He's both. Can confirm.
Oh, well, there you
No.
are then. The
Brother John.
shirts kind of like make it kind of seem like that would be a thing.
What was
Have a good one,
the
John.
what was the self-realization?
Yo, isn't tonight the all giveaway extravaganza?
Yeah, tonight is the all giveaway
Y'all
extravaganza.
hear about
on
that
In the Mix.
all giveaway extravaganza tonight on In the Mix?
Extravaganza is a
bunch
good word.
Bunch of free shit.
Never heard of it in the mix.
Money.
What is
All kinds of
this?
shit. And
Money.
then
What's in the mix?
Cash wheel.
The ass wheel? We're not doing the ass
Cash
wheel.
wheel.
It's
Oh,
an
cash
ass wheel?
wheel.
DJ told me because of his enthusiasm and his optimism toward a correcting economy, he can afford to give away cash to the community. So he's doing a cash wheel.
Yeah. I don't
That
think
was a
nothing has
John
affected me.
It's all with
the last
that
couple
no
of
mas
years.
money, you know what I'm saying?
I've
All that
never,
no moss money, yeah.
I've never heard of it in the mix. Please do tell. What is this in the
Yo,
mix?
so
You speak up.
tonight in the mix, thank you show, all giveaway show. Well, not all giveaway, we're still gonna do our thing, but we're gonna have some giveaways. So I'm putting together some mystery boxes. So originally it was like 6 books, and then the C3 metal prints that were just there. So that's gonna go into those mystery boxes, and then we're going to whoever wins a box, we're gonna spin the wheel. So you'll get a box of comics. And then we'll spin the wheel. There are a couple of denominations on the wheel. The cash wheel, one of them being $100 bill. So I think it's 100, 50, and then 325s. So we're gonna do that. And then also, Eric, yeah, man, I got comics is running it right now, or it ended. I purchased 4 spots in his raffle for the Iron Man 3.0 that I think he got from C3. If the raffle ends today and I win, we'll be giving that away tonight as well.
Sounds like you're running a casino over there.
Is this for channel members or is this a separate? This is
300 and-
No, this is open to everybody.
look at you.
when I
Where do you
won
get a $25 bill?
5 spot.
I
printer?
got a 20 and a 5, a 20 and a 5.
You
In
need a special
bag of
contract for that, Nick.
22 twos and a 1.
Yeah,
Is this from Bank of Cannon?
yeah. So that's going down tonight at 9
In
o'clock.
Epson we trust.
Still fucking scrolling.
In Enron, we throw.
That Department of Truth was John Jang. Mark?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's John issue 26.
Money doesn't like me. Put a restraining order on me 40 years ago.
Oh, wow.
See, when I want to give away, there's only a
What's going on,
$5
MJ?
There you go. Yeah,
So-
anything I win, just give it all to C3.
Still scrolling.
Thank
Dude, this
you,
was
Rob.
so long ago. It had to do
Guys,
with his We Live books. Or not We Live, the Stray Dogs books. But he posts so fucking much.
Right now, I will say that there's still 2. Actually, I need to put the post out on the thing, but there's still two folks from the U.S. that have won things during C3 auction that we still haven't been able to get in contact with to
Who are they?
One of them is like I have their names written down somewhere else. I don't have them in front of me right this second. Oh, you know what? Maybe I do. Hold on.
Ricky
No, he got taken care of. He paid.
Hey yo.
I got in touch with him. He
Ooh.
paid. His item
Rob
got
topped
shipped.
them off.
Hey,
Actually, the biggest problem with him is his item got shipped, and his post office box or whatever was over full, and so now there's a flag on it that it might be coming back
Wait
to
a minute,
me.
is that possible for a PO box to be full? Or they just keep it.
Absolutely.
I never knew
Depending
that.
upon what your box is, I suppose. Whether it's a true PO, it wasn't a true PO box, so you know.
If your box is filled, got it.
PO box
I-
is awful. I've seen
I
those
re-
little boxes.
I received the last item I was waiting for C3 yesterday, so I was extremely excited.
One of
about
them was Wicked Prune.
Got all mine.
that.
Never
Wicked
heard.
prune.
So if anybody knows a Wicked Prune, they need to contact me.
What is it that he won? I think I know a couple of wicked prunes.
No, I'm not going to say what they won
Oh,
because that
Yeah,
causes
I'm
he,
a problem.
he needs them to have that information and no one else.
Right.
Like when you get into Uber.
I mean, as far as I know, they haven't paid yet either. But
oh, so they're done.
well, maybe I don't know. They might have paid. I just don't know who they are, so I can't necessarily. I haven't been able to cross-reference it to a payment.
Who's the other?
I'm trying to figure out who the other one was. I got.
Holy crap! This guy fucking spam posts like crazy.
I don't know who it is off the top of my head. I'd have to go look at the box outside in the garage. But Wicked Prune is the only one that jumps out at me here.
Gotcha.
The other one was like F Frontier, I think it was.
I don't know. The only thing that I'm seeing that Nomos is bad about is 20,000 posts.
Yeah, because they're not from the. It wasn't from their. Theirs wasn't an auction win. Theirs was something else. But during C3, but it was one of the. It was one of the mystery boxes. So it's like an F. His name was F Frontier. Is there two payments that don't match up? So what happens was when I look at the payments, there's a range. I know how much the item is sold for, but depending upon, they could have paid just that amount. They could have paid a little bit more if they chose to pay the fees. But then I only see the day that the payment was made. I don't see the time of day. And so there's lots of shows that went on throughout the day. And so when I look at it, I can look at a certain set of names, and then there's just maybe more names at that price point than in that price range than I can line up. Or it could be there's nobody that aligns with that. In which case then I don't know if they paid or not. So I have to try to get whoever this is, if they want their book, they have to provide me their name, and then their legal name, so I can look at it on the list to see whether they paid or not. And if not, then they have to pay before I ship it. That's all. Or else I'll find another way to move it for a C3. It's not a hard book to move. Word. Wow. How's my sketch card coming, Izzy? Oh, DVH, your sketch card is in my possession. So Izzy has sent me everything that he owed for everybody for C3. So the only thing I'm waiting on is potentially I need to check with K-pop. She had a bunch of stuff from some of her artists that were supposedly coming to me, and I haven't seen them yet. And K-pop was checking on them, and I haven't heard from her. So I need to follow up with her again. And then I need to find the right boxes for some of you guys, because you guys have so much stuff that I'm trying to send just one box and not send multiple boxes. Yeah. So there you go.
DJ, I found the info.
Hit us with the info.
It was literally a year ago, where he got the dude Matt. You remember when I was packing up all those compendiums? Those were all going to the dude named Matt. Anyways, Matt was doing editing for Nomos, and it was kind of simple. Basically, they didn't credit him and didn't compensate him, and just started ignoring him afterwards. So it's a relatively small deal. So yeah, that's about it. Everything else was I had something with him, but he remedied it really fast. And
I have
appreciate-
decided to continue my relationship with Nomos based on that information, sir. So thank you.
I'm just providing what I know.
After
And-
further
There's
details,
controversy.
Yeah. I wouldn't call that controversy. That's more like
It's more of just like communication problems, and that's the whole deal with the drama with me. Was like it came down to a communication problem, which led me to the realization of maybe
I don't think that's you. I think what's the common denominator, if we look at that, the common denominator is Matt.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, like I chose to associate with them, so like that's where my realization came with maybe I'm the problem, maybe I'm the reason that like
Well, hold on, wait. Maybe you're the reason. Got it. Got it.
you just blow up his screen and just let him say that again.
Kyle, in this situation, let's be specific. You are not the problem.
okay. Well,
And you are not the father.
I've always been open about everything. Like I'm not gonna fucking run and hide. I'm not going anywhere. But like I want to get things straight, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so now, never mind.
Oh, so now you're straight.
Kyle, you're too much. You're not the problem in this thing.
I don't know. I just want to like fucking read comics and have fun. There's too much drama.
It's not enough.
Too much
Never
drama
enough.
for your
No
mother.
matter
Caroline.
how many MCs I beat up. Oh, it's never
Me and
enough.
my pussy up in her.
How are you? Good morning, Caroline.
How you guys doing?
What up?
How's Miss
I don't
Karen?
know. I'm confused now.
Why? What? Do you not see my cat?
No, I was looking at a different screen.
He was too busy looking at your pussy.
Oh, it was Miss Kitty. She was all up in there.
Kyle's like, oh, this is the kind of show we're doing.
He's
All right.
he's confused because there's 2 women on the panel, and he didn't know there were that many women in the
Knee
world.
deep in Kitty this morning. Y'all are. Meow. Happy Friday. I am so glad it's Friday.
Absolutely.
Have you had a sketch card for me from Legion of Comics?
No?
No, I think that's I'm assuming that's Locke or Loke Engwin. I don't know how to. I apologize for mispronouncing the last name. That he's usually on CJ stream, like drawing.
Oh no, I didn't get anything from CJ.
You got all my stuff. Did you send them all out yet?
I rewind and watch. We covered Izzy.
Take
I
that.
stepped out.
I know. You can rewind and watch. I said that we got everything of yours, and where was that? Yeah.
Okay.
That was Biggie Shack's. Yeah, that was his slogan.
Pussy and comics.
Rewatch.
Loaf
He hasn't
was
used that in a
doing
while.
sketch cards, yes.
He's got a lot of he's got a lot of
Love
sayings.
Pussy and Comics. Yeah. Shout out Biggie Shack.
Also, you know, he pays homages to like Jack Kirby and Jim, you know, Joe Kubert and Jim Steranko. You know, like, instead of doing Hail Marys or rosary beads or whatever, he does like 10 Jack Kirby's and 20 Gil Kanes and calls it a day. And
Flock was on. Yeah, good.
Biggie, what'd you think of John's freaking Undertaker homage on The Hunt last week?
What?
We have to wait for that 30-second delay. That's
Oh
30
yeah,
seconds
sorry.
delay.
I didn't mean to like. I'm. I
No,
guess
I'm on the edge of my seat waiting for Biggie's response. I want to know.
I could have typed it, but it was like, in my opinion, fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know. I didn't watch it. Life's been a little crazy.
Fair.
The Hunt stuff and then Biggie, that was all worked out, right? Or is he still not on the Hunt?
No, Biggie's was on, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Biggie was on.
Yeah.
There's
Biggie's
an answer.
back and better than ever.
He says, I think that was a couple years ago.
No, where he came out of the freaking grave. Oh, he's the king. There we go.
Oh, gotcha.
Gotta wait for that 30-minute delay.
That shit was so fire. I was like, damn, dude, he just stepped it up.
Nice, Biggie. Undertaker is garbage.
Wow.
Yeah, congrats.
Undertaker's. Does he mean the character on the Hunt or the real Undertaker?
I don't know.
Probably the
Is he
character.
referring to Undertaker or Mark Calloway?
Undertaker is the greatest gimmick of all time.
It really is. It actually is. I agree to that.
Oh, yeah,
I second that.
Sorry, Callie's name is John. That's why I said John. Sorry.
Definitely one of the last of the quality oddball gimmicks. You know that you don't have those over the top gimmicks anymore. It's like.
But it's also the Kane story though. Like
glitter stormtrooper mask. What was that guy's name? Where he like
Shockmaster.
went to the drywall?
Shockmaster.
Shockmaster's awesome, man. Don't mess with the Shockmaster.
No, he's not.
He's awesome. What are you talking about?
Let's watch the
He'll
Shockmaster.
break
Yeah.
through your wall.
You're
Okay? Don't mess with Shockmaster.
your quarter-inch plaster wall. He'll fall through it.
Yo, whoever put the wood on the bottom of that, like they should have gotten a beat down backstage.
It's just
They
hearing the
had to
story.
build a fake wall to code.
It was like watching.
Exactly. Oh shit.
It was like
yeah.
watching Shane
I think
McMahon
the best
get-
part about that scene is the fact that the helmet came off his head, and you literally see him like grab it to put it back on.
Yeah, what was stupid about that too was that it wasn't even his voice talking. Someone else was talking off stage,
No.
and
Yeah,
they were
it
still
was-
talking as Shockmaster fell and was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you," and he's on the floor like swimming and shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was-
come at me. It's clearly they were in two different rooms too,
Mm-hmm.
because you can just see them talking to someone, and then he's like, "Yeah, come here." They were never in the same room in that scene. It's classic television.
I don't get how sports ball is not allowed to talk. We're not allowed to talk sports ball, but you guys talk wrestling.
Wait, I'll talk
It's sports
ball.
entertainment.
It's
What's wrong with
entertaining.
sports? I'm literally
Let's
wearing
talk the
a
World
Jersey
Series. How
shirt.
about that?
I'll,
That was
I'll talk sports ball.
There are wrestling magazines. I don't know too many, or wrestling comics. I don't know too many baseball comics.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
talk sports.
I know some baseball mangas.
Bo, there's 10 people online right now, so that's the issue.
I'll give Bo the spot. I'm about to go make my oatmeal. I'll probably hop on later.
Your
Who's
oatmeal.
gonna yell at me?
I don't know. Nick said sports ball, and I'm just like, I gotta go.
You see what I mean?
Oh. I've got to get some coffee or I'm gonna die. With it right now.
I'm almost out of coffee.
Get
That's
yourself
the
a
bad
coffee,
part.
bro.
Oh,
I
I
know.
gotta be bougie today. I took
Coffee's
today and
horrible.
Monday off because I
Yeah.
need pinkies up, self care, bitches.
There
That's
are
the
some
thing.
Babe Ruth
There you go.
comic books.
Go grab some
You
wine.
gotta take care of yourself. Good job.
I can't drink wine. That's gross. I have no sophisticated palate. My palate
Have you
is
tried mainlining it then?
What's that?
Have you tried mainlining it then?
Mm-mm.
Grab some
That's not
H.
Yeah.
sophisticated.
Actually, take your wine,
I
pour
don't
it out
smoke
on
drugs.
in a thin, shallow pan, let it dry into a powder, then snort it.
Lady F is just like, I don't do wine. You got some H.
Yeah, you mean I either inject directly into the bloodstream or I don't do it at all.
Ooh,
You know what
have
I'm
you
saying?
thought about a IV buddy, just like filled with wine?
Yeah, y'all.
Wanna ride?
Diddy style.
This is a great Cabernet. You inject.
Yeah, did y'all ever see the Jackass where they put Steve-O on a vodka drip?
Yeah,
And he
they,
was out of it
walked
in,
around mainlining vodka. It was
Yeah,
hilarious.
he's out in like 90 seconds. He's blacked out.
Crazy.
Yeah,
I
it's
still
just-
remember the first time I saw Jackass. I was in the laundromat, like we were doing laundry, and the show comes on. I never heard of it, and I'm just like, yo, what the hell is this? The very first episode, the premiere. I was just like, yo, this can't be serious.
I remember when I was watching it, and it was the movie, I think, because it was the scene where they have their gym dogs in the socks, but
the
and they're like painting, they're playing them because they're in the snake they had them in this in the snake aquarium, and they're jumping their gym dogs around, and the snakes are biting. And then I remember my dad came in, and he's like, "What the fuck are you watching?" And I'm just like,
That's what he was concerned with, right?
"I'm learning about boys."
Like,
Dad."
nothing, Dad. Nothing.
You know, just puppet dick.
It's
snake
just
dog.
socks.
Gym dogs.
Shout out to the gym. Speaking of gym dogs, I don't know if you guys saw it on IG last Saturday. It was a big event. Nick and we were out to dinner with Comic Journey. Paul
That's
Dunn.
a
from the
lot of
Paul
gym
Dunn
dog
Show.
energy there.
Yeah,
man.
saw that.
That's what made me think about it. We did have the gym dogs in the socks.
Yeah, you were.
Big
I bet.
Nick had an ankle sock.
I bet. And
I had
then-
no shows on actually.
We had a fantastic time, man. Fantastic time.
Dude, I gotta get out to New York.
I'm busy.
Yeah, they didn't even bother to. They didn't even bother to call me.
He's gonna be making his oatmeal.
Sorry, Izzy. I
Yeah.
didn't put the thing together. I didn't put the thing
Oh,
together.
my bad, bro.
We had that planned a long time in advance, my man. Sorry.
It's okay. I see CJ all the time.
I'm sorry.
No,
It's all good.
I
man.
used to watch the Osbournes. Did y'all see what Biggie said? Did
Yeah.
y'all see the Osbournes episode where Ozzy's daughter got a diamond watch for boop boop and baboop? That's crazy.
Boop, boop, and boop, boop.
Someone leave so I can
For
join.
giving the Diddy the oosh-gosh,
I was
oosh-gosh.
gonna leave, but now I want to just stay longer.
Just leave.
You know, I'm just gonna stay here and then shut my camera off.
Just leave the studio.
Just take up a spot.
Camera off and mute. Just walk away.
Dudes. Bunch of grannies.
Oh, Kyle, what are you talking about?
Oh man.
Yo, that caught me off guard,
The
DJ.
Diddler gift
I'm
watch.
busy.
I don't know about that. I used to love watching the Osbournes because Ozzy was just always just,
Sharon.
Fried.
shut the fuck up. Where's my beer? Sharon's always hiding his beer and shit.
Sharon, that's what happens when you have some sniffing red ants on the side of the road, Sharon.
Ozzy! Ozzy! Yeah.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen a Pomeranian on that show. I was like, what the hell kind of dog is this?
And then they show up everywhere now.
Yeah.
Gross.
Sharon was talking about Puff's smooth penis. Send the clip, Biggie.
Every time I see Steve, I think of Flight of the Conchords. What kind of rapping name is Steve?
All right, let me get out of here so Omnibo can jump on.
Hey, DJ.
Yeah.
Enjoy being busy.
No, I'm literally just gonna eat oatmeal and I'm gonna try to read some books. Today's Friday. Today's actually really dead. I'm working from home, but it's really slow today.
That's good.
And then
I'll trade you.
yeah, no, it's funny because we had a today because every Friday we have a leadership meeting, and then today it was canceled. Everyone was just like,
No leadership.
no, they were just like, we don't feel like it. No, because I was in the office yesterday and I was cracking heads and making shit happen.
Enough
So then it's just like-
leadership for this week. Bye,
Yeah.
bitches. Daddy's got to read his comics.
That's very like
Read his comics.
sentimentality.
That's my new slogan. Daddy got to read his comics.
Daddy
Thanks,
got to
yeah.
read his comics. That's what I say.
I'm gonna pronounce it
Honestly,
like Daddy,
I say Daddy's got to read his comics, and I take my books and I go read them.
Mommy.
That was loud.
That's
And like
really-
echoed in your house.
DJ Long Legs.
Nobody saw long legs, except Nick.
in New York thing.
No, it's a
Nicolas
it's a
Cage
movie.
Not a New York thing.
It's a New York thing when they scream "mommy" really loud.
Oh, that's different.
Oh,
Thought we were
yeah.
talking
That's
about
the
the
last.
leg.
That's the last place you want to scream "mommy" out loud.
That is,
Mommy,
that is
how
true.
could she slap? How could she slap, mommy?
Mommy.
All right, before I go,
Are you my
What?
mummy?
what is like the greatest like meme like viral like video to each of you? Like, so for me, is that the How Could She Slap? Have you guys all seen the How Could She Slap video?
No.
No, so it's like on a Indian like game show. It's like a dating show, and it's a woman, and she's really mean to the 3 male contestants, right? So she's really mean. She's berating them, but that's the whole purpose of the show. And like she's talking shit to one of the guy to the 2 guys, and they're just taking it because that's the premise of the show. So then she's talking shit to the 3rd guy, and the 3rd guy is giving it back to her. So then she slaps him.
No,
and
bet
then
he was.
And then he just lets off and slaps fire out of her. And then he's talking shit. So it starts out with, "How could she slap? How could she slap? Yo?" And then he gets the shit, and this is on TV. He gets the shit beaten out of him on TV by the entire staff. So then at the end, he's like, "How could she slap? How could she slap, sir? How could she slap?" So it's terrible, but it's insane. Like you got to watch it. It's insane. Like they beat the shit out of him live on TV.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Cool story, bro.
I'm trying to think. I think the crying guy is got to be like
The crying
one
guy is
that-
good. The
From
squirrel. Is it
The
the
squirrel?
squirrel? Yeah, the one that just turns his head. You said meme, right? Popular memes.
Yeah.
Like viral moments.
Yeah, the meme.
Yeah.
The squirrel that turns his head and everybody. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh,
With
the gopher.
moose.
Is it a gopher? I thought it was a
Yeah,
squirrel.
yeah,
They all look
no,
like
it's a
squirrels.
It's really like a groundhog.
Oh, groundhog.
Mole.
It's a rodent of some
No,
kind.
but
is all
Nick
we
is the
can
guy
do.
from Intervention, right?
I like the clip of where those girls were about to fight, and one turns around and the other one throws the shovel at her and just takes her out with a whole ass shovel.
I like the one. It's that little girl, and she's sitting in the back seat, and she's like this.
Oh yeah, the little girl.
Yeah,
I've seen that. It's more recent, but that kid's in the car next to his mom. He's got to be about 12, and it's real short. She's like, "You got $13.27 left," and before she can even get through their sentence, he looks up and goes, "Not for long. I'll make bad financial
yeah,
decisions."
that kid. Yeah, I like him. I've seen that one, and also the one that's the
Greatest.
meme where it's Brittany Broski. I'm pretty sure, and she's like this, like, and then
Oh yeah.
like.
And I always like, "What's your name?
Yes, that was it.
What is your name?
Ezekiel.
You better not."
Yeah.
I also like the one with the cat sitting at the table, and then the one chick like screaming and pointing at the cat. Well, it's like 2 different like memes put together to become its own meta meme.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
the
all
cat
her
is just
friends are
sitting
holding
there
her
like,
back while she's crying and pointing.
yeah, and the cat is just sitting there all evil.
Yeah, like fuck you, I'm eating my dinner.
And the cat's in the cradle.
With the silver spoon, little boy.
Mine is the girl that's next to a bunch of like geese, and she goes, "Look at all those chickens." That one's my favorite.
That's hilarious.
I still like the I like turtles guy.
I
That's
like turtles.
amazing.
I like turtles.
Yeah. I like turtles.
It's still funny when someone just throws it out of nowhere.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, and then the dude that he's being interviewed at like a fucking state fair, and he just keeps saying apparently. He's like,
Oh, the little kid.
apparently, like I
Oh,
am
yeah.
like, afraid of like heights and stuff, and apparently
What you're talking about, yeah.
that interview was fucking
Hookers
hilarious.
and blow brings back memories.
DJ is just a list starter this week.
Yo,
Okay,
that top
okay, I
10
got
albums
one.
thing took off like crazy.
Those of you who remember the compact disc, rest in peace. For
You said
those of
disc,
you
right?
who are familiar with the compact disc, what was your first? Can you remember one of the first
The
CDs you ever got?
WCW Nitro CD.
What, WCW Nitro?
Yeah, the wrestling CD that they put out back in the heyday of WCW. You can get Sting or Goldberg covers.
Singing?
And me and my brother got in trouble for walking off from my grandma's house to walk like 5 miles to a CD shop, which I'd never even been to. because I knew what day it came out from watching WCW so much, and I wanted to make sure that I got the Sting cover, and I got it. We got in trouble.
Cypress Hill's first album. That was my first cassette tape, and then when CDs came out, I was just like, I need to get this on CD. So Cypress Hill's Cypress
Mine
Hill's first
was
album.
the
I had
unrated-
Dirt from Alice in Chains and Use Your Illusion.
Ooh, that's a great album, though.
Nice.
Ooh,
Yeah, you
good
guys are
album.
going to be absolutely humiliated. I'm going to be humiliated. You'll be entertained. My very first, now, let's be fair, I was probably in the 4th grade when CDs got bigger.
Oh, wow.
Ace of Base, The Sign.
That's not bad. That's good, man. I love me some Ace of Base.
Ace of Base.
Happy
that's a great album.
Really?
That is, you know, all that she wants is another
another
baby.
baby. She's
All
gonna
that
go
she
all that
wants
she wants
is
is
another baby.
What up?
Yeah.
I love that song.
Mecca and the Soul
Turn
Brothers.
around.
Yeah.
Come on.
All
Reckon Soul
Nick
Brother
Speaks
was fire.
wants is
Now you got me
another
want to
baby.
listen to Ace of Base.
Yeah, I saw the sign and that all that she wants was hard, dog. But that was
Yeah,
like
that
that
was-
shit that you
And
listen
then
to.
I got
in
my
private.
wife pregnant.
That was
Jeez.
playing in the streets right after Ron Bass, and you know,
It was not being played in the streets.
in
That
my
was-
streets it was
You
the
fucking
remix.
some weird
Remix.
shit.
Remix.
There you go.
They remixed everything back then.
Wayne Worlds, Wayne's
Mike
Worlds, The Cult, Sonic Temple. Okay.
Wayne's World is a
Evil
good
Mike
album.
was Simple.
Simpsons Sing the Blues, first CD.
Mhm.
Wellbore was the Cult Sonic Temple.
I honestly don't remember my first CD. I remember the first CD that came to my household. It's not mine. It was
Well,
my
whose
mom's.
was it? And what was
You're
it?
gonna love it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, Lady F.
Who?
It was Amy Grant.
Oh God.
I saw that was my first concert.
That was
Shut
like
the fuck up.
the
Amy Grant
collection.
was my
The
very
collection. You know the black cover.
Yeah, I fucking saw when I was like in 4th. Yeah, a lot of things happened in the 4th grade. A lot of seminal music moments. So, like, I saw Amy Grant and Vince Gill at one of their first like Christmas. They always do a Christmas concert at the Opry House or whatever. And I went with my little friend and our moms, and I dressed up in my little Christmas dress, and I was rocking out to Amy Grant, hardcore.
Over
on
Amy
the
Grant.
road was
Amy Grant.
Oh, Satan!
Yeah, Lady F, you threw me back the other day with your list on IG when
yeah?
Tori Amos. I was a big
Oh,
Tori
wow.
Amos guy, but on the DL, like in the house, like
But you know
Yeah, I
who
was
else
just like,
was?
why I was on the DL.
Is,
I know why I was on
Big
the
Boy.
DL.
Big Boy from Outkast. He talk about how he was a Kate Bush and a Tory fan, but he'd be like singing that, you know, I'd be riding my bike up the hill, run the hill. Like he's just like singing it, and I'm like, fuck yeah, Big Boy, okay.
even like Sheryl Crow back then too.
Sheryl Crow was
Tori
cool,
Amos,
man.
Sheryl
She was
Crow.
hot. When she first came out, she was hot, man.
Dude, Bodyguard
Yeah,
soundtrack
Sheryl Crow
was
was
fire. Mike
All
was
I
saying
wanna
his
do
first set.
is have some fun.
What is Dr. Van Hoots? Presidents of the United States of America.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Presidents of the United States of America, they're awesome.
Eat a
Man.
lot of peaches.
Lump and peaches.
Is that a group?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peaches come from a
My God.
land they were
They're
from a
huge.
white man in
Yeah,
a
they're-
country downtown.
One of my other albums that I love was Broken from Nine Inch Nails. So the EP,
Sure.
that's a good album.
Broken and fixed. For
I
both.
remember
Yeah, Broken and Fixed.
Pretty Hate
though.
Machine.
Pretty
My-
Hate Machine's a great album.
That song, I don't know.
How
If it was
how about
in
Ein
CD.
Sturz hat eine Watten? That's a great one.
Yeah. Wish was my song back then, though.
Is it
This
with it?
is the first day of my last day.
Mine was
Some
rated
Jenna
Encore
Tortures.
Eminem. And it was
Was that a
like
Was that a Lords of Acid CD there?
Yeah, that was
Lords of Acid.
right below-
They're great,
Lords
too.
of Acid and Jenna Tortures. Yeah,
You got Sister Machine Gun there somewhere?
I do.
Yep, Sister Machine Gun.
Sister Machine Gun, KMFDM,
KMFDM.
Ministry, Kill Switch Kill. See, there's a bunch of Marilyn Manson here, Nine Inch Nails.
So
Some
Goofy's
Henry
saying he
Rollins
like Curtis
stuff.
Mayfield.
Yo,
I was
Antichrist
It's
Superstar
like
is an
Perfect Circle
awesome
in there,
album.
It is a
yeah,
great
Perfect
album.
Circle.
My
It's a
Life
great
with
album.
Thrill
Them
Kill
live.
Cult.
My Life with Thrill Kill Cult. I saw them live.
Oh, they were great.
Yeah,
Hit and Run Holiday is my favorite of theirs.
I saw them with
Very different.
I saw them with Prodigy,
Oh yeah,
not
I-
the Prodigy. Prodigy.
I saw a Came
Wait,
FM
wait, wait.
show where Rammstein opened for them.
Oh yeah.
They were giving out free
Ooh,
discs. Oh, this is the old garbage stuff. This is probably where the first.
You got some
Seltzer
Chem Lab?
Orchestra. There's some crap stuff. Oh yeah, Kim Lab. Yeah. This is
My
some shit.
first
DJ,
CD.
Oh, yeah,
my-
here's that Presidents of the United States albums in here.
Yeah, look at that CD book and everything.
I got one of those.
Oh wait, did I just see?
Yeah.
Did I just see Throwing Copper?
Live. Yeah, Throwing Copper Live is in there. Yeah, along with the
Throwing
Escape from
Copper.
LA soundtrack,
Live was good.
Live is great, man.
the PCU soundtrack.
Any Clarence Carter in there?
No, bunch of Primus, Arrested Development.
Oh, Primus.
I used to see Primus on like almost felt
Janet
like a
Jackson,
weekly
Rhythm
basis.
Nation.
Oh shit, bro!
Yeah.
Look at that.
Down on the upside.
Yep.
Spin Doctors.
Spin Doctors. Wow.
If you want to come here, baby.
Oh, there's some
Madonna,
typo negative. I see some typo negative. There's
Probably.
a Madonna. I see a Madonna.
REM,
NXS,
NXS.
some
Kick.
REM, some
I
REM.
need you tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot of old stuff in here, man.
Where's my belt?
Look
Weird
at
Al
that book there. I
Yankovic.
love the booklet there.
Where's my belt?
Belts.
I don't know what he's
Tina.
You
Got
gonna
the
do
Milli
your
Vanilli.
you're gonna do your Keith Carradine impression, Nick?
Oh shit. Nah, I'm out.
Some Prodigy.
Oh, there you go. That's a good album.
I'm the
That's a really
fire
good album.
starter. Living fire
What else is
starter.
this one's got- Oh wow, this has really changed up. Now I'm into the Mozart and the Johann Sebastian Bach and
See, that's the good stuff right there.
that's
A lot of-
one of these has got a bunch of
The
Rat
original
Pack
rock
and
music.
stuff.
You got some Amadeus there. Amadeus, you know.
I dig classical music. I dig it's so
Baroque.
weird. I dig Baroque stuff. I dig motets, and it's just like the monk chanting and shit. Like I really dig that.
Oh, so you're a big
Gregorian-
Enya fan, right?
Gregorian monk chants.
And he's dope. Yeah,
Oh,
I could literally like listen to anything. I try to appreciate anything like in
A bunch of
in-
Bauhaus, Midnight
except
Syndicate,
Bauhaus.
Nosferatu, Unquiet Grave, the Blair
Look at that
Witch Project,
nightmare.
Rasputina. That's good shit.
DJ, I was 14. It was Encore, Eminem's album, but like the unrated version. And I was like, I got in trouble for having
Motley Crue.
cursing.
That
the
was,
Crow soundtrack.
Oh, here we go. Kiss
That's
Double
my
Platinum.
favorite album. One of my favorites.
Ozzy, AC/DC.
Who said Rammstein? I literally want to
I
like.
did.
Rammstein.
Yeah.
Rammstein.
You know that Du Hast or whatever?
Yep.
It translates to
You hate.
you
You hate
hate
me.
you hate,
You hate me.
We would
Yeah.
play it in the comic shop when our boss was gone. Just start
Yeah,
playing
like I said, they were giving out when I saw them. They were outside the show giving away
Yanni.
copies to Du Hast because nobody knew who they were yet at the time.
Stone Temple Pilots on that.
There you
previous-
go. There's some no doubt for you.
Yeah,
Something
don't
G.
speak. I know just what you're saying.
Quiet Riot.
I'm just a spider girl living in a spider web. That shit goes hard.
There's a
That
bunch
was
more
good.
Lords of Acid.
Lords of Acid's great, man.
What is
I don't
it?
know. There's a lot of stuff in here.
Sorry, I'm not holding no
in the world. That's all that you'll let me be.
Shit, Izzy, you
I
got some
feel like
pipes
we need to
going.
make Izzy big and give him a moment.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Very
I love
ashamed
music.
of this panel, though.
is he
We
let's
should
do
get him in
karaoke?
that tune.
Was that?
Do
I'm
karaoke?
very ashamed of this
Oh,
panel.
Oh, I can do
Nobody
karaoke all
mentioned
day, man. I live for karaoke.
two of the greatest albums ever, and that is Metallica and Justice for All, and Tupac, All Eyes on Me.
I have all the Metallica albums in here.
Is there a mashup of it?
There's pages and pages of KMFDM albums.
Look at look at those KD. Brute, man, was such a great artist. Brute, that's
Brute.
the name of the artist. Is that the soundtrack? Oh, that I love.
There's like 5. There's 6
Love
pages. Of,
KDMFDM.
yeah, there's more.
I was listening to an
And
album the other day. It was a
MDFMK.
mashup between
There's My Life
Most
Through a Cold.
Most Def and fucking
Oh, here's your
Marvin
sister
Gaye.
Machine Gun.
It was
There
good.
she goes.
Yassine Bey.
Chem Lab.
Chem
I
Lab.
like Sam
Great.
Cooke.
Frontline Assembly.
Sam Cooke's my singer.
Frontline
He's my
Assembly
favorite.
is great too. You got some Skinny Puppy?
Skinny Puppies in here. Noise Unit. Leather Strip.
That was
Let's see.
my high
Here's the
school
Skinny
life.
Puppy. There's like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Skinny Puppy albums. 7, 9, 10.
Let's
Some
get it.
Neat Sareb.
Get it.
Some
Rob, you got any of
Clink.
that industrial shit?
Yeah, that's the
industrial revolution.
That's
There you
that's
go,
the industrial
baby.
music, man. I love it. That's my music, man.
Yeah, industrial. This is what I did was like when I was I did a lot of industrial stuff with Liebach,
They play
X
that
Marks
at
the
all
Pen
the-
Walk,
They play that at all the Eastern
Lumpscut,
European sex parties.
Clink the Knife,
The bank.
Kraftwerk.
What was that island in Greece, DJ?
Oh, that this guy was talking about.
Any guar in there, Rob?
Any what?
Mykonos.
Guar.
No,
Mykonos.
not in my
Why?
collection. Mary's CDs definitely. There you
I
go.
remember back in
The Revolting Cocks.
Comic cons. Guar will be always. They'll be running around the Comic cons.
Full get up.
Yeah, they were great.
Clute,
though.
Exorcist, Anal Kitties, Psychic TV,
Pass.
Ministry.
Ministry is great.
There's the, as I like to refer to Ramstein, the 6 Naked Gentlemen cover.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Anal kitties.
Daysow. Gravity Kills. Forgot
I
about
like
does.
they were cool.
It
that. Yeah, I
does.
forgot about them. Yeah, the KMFDM
And
side
I'm
project
guilty.
Excessive Force.
And I'm guilty. And I'm
Yeah.
guilty.
There's
And you're guilty
there's
too.
about like 12 of these fucking things down there.
We're stabbing westward in all those.
Oh, they're in here somewhere. There's also a lot of them where I bought there were so many compilation discs at that time that were out from record labels like Wax Tracks and some of those others were putting out compilation labels that because I was doing a lot of DJ work for that stuff I was buying those because you'd get the hits on those that the people wanted to hear and you could just get a massive number of songs on one CD. So I had tons and tons of these compilation things.
Yeah. Front 242.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would buy like movie soundtracks for like one song.
Well, yeah, like the Mortal Kombat had a lot of industrial music in there. That's where a lot of people heard KMFDM for the first time with Juke Joint Jezebel.
Oh God, that's so long. That was so like not even one of my closest one. I don't like that song, but yeah.
Well, that was their more commercial. That was the most commercial song out of all of them,
right?
But,
because it was the soundtrack. Yeah.
But Drug Against War is an awesome song.
That one is, but I really like Megalomaniac is one of my
Megalomaniac's good. That was one of the latter songs, though.
Yeah, it was.
But the album that Juke Joint is in, which is Nael, that whole album is great.
No, there's a lot. So many of those albums are great. I love they're still turning shit out. But
originally we had the.
Yo, we have to at Heroes Con. We have to do karaoke now since we're all.
No.
I want to hear you sing some Anal Kitties.
Oh God.
That's gonna be my request. That was the name of the band, right?
That was one of the bands in there. Yeah.
Madam, you were listening to his.
Was it?
No, I wasn't. I just think it didn't have to be said. That's all.
I hope it was KITTIES.
I don't even. Yeah, probably.
Wow.
Yes, TT,
thing.
not DD.
Now you got me wanting to listen to this album too. KMFDM Light is also a good album, a good song.
There's so many good ones. Yeah.
Light has like 60 remixes to it.
Angst was the first one I heard though. That was like
Angst is a big album.
That's a big album, and that was the first my first introduction to really was actually I picked up the Excessive Force.
Yeah,
I was going through discs at the radio station, and I was like, "Oh, this looks kind of cool." The AK-47 on the cover and stuff. Let me see what this is, and I started playing it. I was like, "Oh, this is cool." And then I realized that it was a side project for the band, and so then I went and dug in the regular band and pulled out Angst, and I was like, "Oh, that was it." Sold. KMFDM became like the shit, one of the best fucking bands there was after fucking.
And they're still rocking.
Yep,
they're still out there doing shows
and turning out albums.
Yeah, well, they always had an album. Every year they had an album. Like literally year over year they have an album. They never really took a break. So.
Yep, they just changed the lineup because it's really Sasha and then like
it's Sasha
whoever else is playing with them.
Yeah, they will have Anastasia as part of the band, but then he broke out. But yeah, you're right. Sasha is he's the number one guy in the band. But Exort's also a good album. It was a little underrated during its time, but Exort's a great album.
I'm the lead singer of the band.
Any Vumpscut? Yes, actual Dracula. Actually, I do have some Vumpscut in there.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of that stuff because I did when I did my industrial show, there was a 30-minute segment called the German Invasion where it played nothing but German industrial during that time period. So Vumpscut was definitely in the rotation there.
It was the show that Sprocket came out of from SNL. Sprocket, I'm like a little girl.
Industrial is really interesting.
No one has corn. No, actually, there's some corn somewhere in this.
Corn's fine.
I know there. My wife was big.
I like them, but I don't love them.
I know that there's corn here because my wife is a metalhead, and so she liked corn back in the day. She also liked, Disturbed and all those things, and of course, she was also into and that's not really. I'm not saying that those are metal. Because she listens to like the fucking today she's listening to shit like the Sabaton and fucking I don't know fucking Death and all crazy shit. But
what about DJ's favorite Limp Bizkit?
No, we don't have any Limp Bizkit in this house.
Yeah, lame.
Like Russian roulette.
I've never been.
You telling me you're a WWE fan and you don't have a Limp Bizkit album?
Yeah.
Right? You gotta have at least one song.
My
Way.
Way?
My Way. That is the WWE theme song of all time.
That is the greatest WWE promotional package ever.
Exactly.
Ever.
This time I'm gonna let it all go well.
Yo, that was incredible.
That song by itself hyped up that match even more so than it was.
Yeah, Korn, Pantera. My wife is actually the one that's of everything though that doesn't fit. My wife is a huge Primus fan. That is like her band of bands is Primus.
Yeah, I saw them 2 years ago with Tool.
Yeah, I went to see Primus a lot because I had a boss who loved Primus, and he always buy tickets for us to Primus. I never understood why people love Primus so damn much.
Those baselines,
they were
bro.
fine to me, but let's play.
Southbound Pachyderm.
Yeah, and to
I was like Tommy the
Primus
Cat.
sucks. Yes, that's part of the joke.
Jerry was a race car driver.
Yep.
Tommy the Cat was my name. I said it.
My name is Mud.
Grab yourself a can of pork soda.
My name is Mud.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
I feel like we can do a little karaoke round robin right here, right now.
That's right.
I feel like Rob, you go big screen.
Madam, you know Freaky Louie, right?
I've heard of him.
So every now and again, Freaky Louie would do these shows on. Was it Friday night, DJ?
Yeah, Friday after In the Mix, sometime Saturday. Hey,
and he would just let people come on and sing their. I actually have a playlist on my iTunes for that show.
Come here.
He doesn't do it anymore.
Say hi to everybody.
I think Ladies and Gentlemen by Saliva was better than My Way. Ladies and Gentlemen,
Ladies and Gentlemen was fine by Saliva, but My Way was the best.
I don't know.
What's his name? Marcus, what's your cat's name?
Oh, DJ Lynx. His name.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. His name is Rupert.
Why no?
You don't like Rupert?
No, sorry. It was an email from HR.
Uh-oh.
They got you about the anal kitties thing.
It's not a DJ Links HR email.
DJ got an anal kitty right there. Look at that.
This is just an email notifying us. It's notifying us it's time again for us to take the anti-harassment and discrimination training.
I saw your videos.
Oh, that sounds exciting, Rob. Are you looking forward to that?
That and sexual harassment training and stacked on top of the other one that's also my most ranks right up there for me is the frickin' anti-bribery and
that's what we got. The money AML, the anti-money laundering.
Oh my God! It's like, please, I'd rather take a billion other like IT ones on, like, don't let somebody follow you in the door and don't pick up random USB sticks to plug into your laptop randomly is fucking training.
Random USB sticks? I haven't seen that one.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Yeah, because USB sticks are still a thing, right? But like all the time, I find them laying around. Oh, what's this? I wonder. I'll just plug it in my computer and find out.
I do that all the time. What I was real nervous about, and it finished yesterday because you've been speaking about work stuff. Whatever. I'm not gonna bore anybody. I'm not gonna bore anybody with the details, but we're doing this thing, and I was testing out integration for background checks. So I ran a background check on myself as the test. I was nervous as fuck.
It's all with the black.
You got a record? Would you hire you?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know, for some reason I was just nervous, but everything came back clear. So it doesn't give any details. It just came back clear or whatever. But I was the tester and I was super nervous.
Clear all diseases for now.
Wow. Yeah, I tested negative.
That kind of
check.
I got all those no problem when I went all the various youth group stuff that you had to take those background checks for. So, but oh man, no, the anti-bribery and corruption. That's the one I really hate, Nick. That one's annoying. Because
now they got smart. They kind of like, for me, we get hit with them all at the same time. I had to complete them, I think, like this past month. But they let you test out, and if you get 100% before any of the stuff rolls, you don't have to go through the entire course.
No. Ours is like it's these video presentations. You can't skip through them. If if the window goes to the backdrop or something, it pauses automatically.
They really want to make sure you watch it.
Yeah, exactly. Then you have to pass. Then it periodically will ask you questions throughout, so you can't just like let it play and walk away.
You have to get 80%.
Yeah, sometimes 90. Yeah. It's like,
I did that one time when I was in the office and I was chatting with you guys. Remember that time that I was in the office that day and we were on the live stream? I have two screens. I was doing those anti things there.
Yeah.
Those are all cover your ass courses. Those are all cover your ass courses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, those are all lawyers saying, "Hey, we got to do this to say that we said it."
That's right. That way, when they do something wrong, it's like, well,
every year.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm trying this year because last year when we first implemented like all the PII training and all that other shit, right? So then we there were people that didn't do it. So this year I'm trying to get them to add it to like our year-end performance reviews and have it directly tied into people completing it, like bonuses and stuff like that. So if you don't complete it by this date, your bonus is going to drop by a percentage. And if you don't complete it at all,
wow.
Part of all my team, their entire set of goals, part of their goals that are tracked, one of them is your training and improvement. And so one segment of it is completing all assigned training by the deadline. And then because the company also turned on LinkedIn Learning for everyone, that their goal is to complete at least one LinkedIn Learning course a month. It can be any course they want. Some of them are only 5 minutes.
Good.
Yeah, because those can be something that can be those are self-improvement things, and some of them can be as short as 5 minutes. But
you could also go to how to edit a video in LinkedIn Learning.
It could be anything that they want. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just and they don't they're not going to get dinged on that. It's just a goal for them. But completing the assigned stuff is a required goal versus we have different levels of goals. There's stuff that's required to meet your stuff, and then there's stuff that's just employee growth that are more optional. That you can, hey, if you do these things, that's great. you can score better, but it's not gonna. No one's gonna tell you you performed poorly and that you're in danger of getting put on a performance plan or something because you didn't do this optional training.
Oh yeah, ours aren't optional.
Well, it's like I said, it's a combination. The LinkedIn learnings are optional, but the company assigned ones are not.
Yeah, the regulated ones or whatever.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we talking about?
We're talking about the corporate world.
Bureaucracy.
We're talking about big boy people with big boy jobs.
That's my PowerPoint. Yeah.
I just plumb pipes. I don't fucking know. I'm a manual labor person and a computer nerd. I don't do business stuff.
Oh, but this was computer nerd stuff we were talking about.
Well,
It's performance reviews and LinkedIn Learning. Like I'm listening. It's just like also just over my head.
It's so foreign to me.
Well,
it's like Bill Hartman, caveman lawyers. Like you guys and your technology is so weird to me.
They're
LinkedIn
gonna
Learning. Check it out. It's actually really good. LinkedIn Learning. It's a really good source.
Yeah, there's some good courses there. There's also some really bad courses, but
I don't want to learn shit.
That's fair.
Yeah, learning
You don't have to.
I want to say stupid and die.
I want to skate by on the bare minimum.
The bare minimum, right?
Never mind. I changed my mind.
Are you awake, madam?
I'm awake. I was just
Oh,
listening
okay.
to my phone. I'm
I
sorry.
don't want.
So I'm just paying
no
attention
more.
to something else that's more interesting.
Don't teach me anymore.
I don't blame her.
I was trying to get some more iCloud storage because I can't do anything on my phone because my phone's just full of everything.
By the way, look at that beautiful 2024 limited edition Comics Curing Cancer mug, featuring that art of Austin LeMay.
CJ.
Coffee never tasted more cancer free.
I can't even.
I'm so lost.
There's a random side thing. Actually, I was wearing my Comics Curing Cancer hoodie yesterday, and I had to go to the doctor's office. I didn't realize that the appointment I had was actually right next to the oncology department as I was walking down the hospital. I'm here for you guys.
Caroline, I'm about halfway done with my project that we discussed about a couple months ago.
Yeah, nanoparticles and immunotherapy or whatever.
Literally putting all of that, like at least referencing it. It's
Cool.
not going to be as in depth because it's a story, but yeah.
Yeah, sure. It's just fun concepts that you could maybe play off of.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm out. I'm fucking hungry. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You can finally join if you're still around, Bo.
Oh no, not just for that. I'm staying on.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Bo's been trying to get in forever.
Okay.
He may have gone to sleep now.
Oh, wait a minute. Lady F has something important to say. I want to hear this. I want to stay for this.
First concert you went to, like without your parents.
Ooh.
Nine Inch Nails.
I want to be here for this. I'll go last.
Would you say, madam? Would you say
Smashing Pumpkins?
Smashing Pumpkins?
Eagles Ballroom, General Admission.
I saw Tool and
Tool's a great band to go see.
And Radiohead. I got
Radiohead. I don't care so much.
I saw Tori Amos 3 times. All right, go guys.
You said first concert or best concert?
Your first one without your parents. Like you get to go, you're the chooser.
New Kids on the Block at the Westbury Music Fair.
You chose that shit.
Without
bro.
the parents?
No, my girlfriend wanted to go at the time, so I had to.
All right, you were just trying to get a little. Yeah, okay. The right stuff.
All right. Nick Hank's tough.
Please don't go, girl. That's what he kept on telling her when she was leaving.
Oh, that's a
no one's gonna know what mine is, but it was All-Star Weekend.
All-Star Weekend?
Yeah, exactly. It's a
I
boy
know
band.
All-Star Weekend. I've heard of that name.
It was, yeah, no, it was All-Star Weekend. It was dope.
Fast X?
It was Lollapalooza.
Lollapalooza.
But I think it was, I'm trying to remember which year it was. I think I'm
first.
looking at the lineups. I think it was 1993.
1893.
Is that Ozzy? Marilyn Manson.
No, it was Rage Against the Machine. Surprise! Let's say it was 93. Let's see. Well, it varied slightly, but it was. What was it? Because it wasn't 92. Was it 90? Wait.
Hell yeah, Mike.
Oh no. It was 91. It was Jane's Addiction, Susie and the Banshee, Living Color, Nine Inch Nails, Ice-T,
Ooh,
Butthole
nice
Surfers,
one.
the Rollins Band.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
that's
was
good.
negative 1 years old?
Liar.
Good one.
Izzy, what about you? What was your first?
Nine Inch Nails.
Okay.
Nassau
Mark.
Coliseum. They filmed the video for Hurt there.
Okay.
Mm.
Mark, what was the first concert you went to without your parents?
Journey.
Okay.
I know you were going to say Journey.
More Than a Feeling. Viking, Comic Viking. You're muted, so I don't know if he may be doing business or something. What about you, Birch?
Yeah, I think he's on a call.
Weird Al Yankovic, Run with Scissors tour.
Nice.
Wow.
Not at all. I'm gonna make up Comic Vikings. His first one was
Kingston Trio.
the band Aqua, the Barbie girl. He went to see that.
That's a
That,
good song, man.
tracks. That tracks.
That was,
girl
that was a
in
banger.
Barbie world.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party. All right.
Come on, Murray.
I feel like I'm going to get judged for mine.
What? Say it.
Looking forward to judging you.
Celine
Yeah.
Dion.
Me too.
No, it wasn't Celine Dion. No. So it was Jay-Z and R. Kelly, Best of Both Worlds tour.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't get to see
Has
the
a
R.
completely different meaning now. I
Yeah,
get.
that makes
No.
sense. That tracks.
Checks
No,
out.
but check this out, right? In Madison Square Garden. I was supposed to go on Monday night. So on Friday, we go to see, I think Iron Man came out that Friday. So we go to see Iron Man.
That's like 08, right?
Yeah. So we're in the car. We're
Wait,
in the car headed
wait.
home. We're in the cab. Huh?
I'm not going to judge you about your concert, like the concert that you went to. What I am going to judge you about is that it took till 2008 for you to go to your first concert without your parents.
Wild.
So I've never been to a concert with my parents. I've never been to a restaurant with both of my parents. So you just triggered me, Justin Birch.
Justin,
So-
don't feel bad. His
so
second one
2008 was your
was
first
the,
concert
blown
you've
right
ever
now.
been
Look
to.
at his face.
his
Go.
second concert was the Diddy concert at the Epstein Arena.
Yo, that shit was banging, son.
I bet it
No,
was.
so then
Remember what you
the R. Kelly thing. So we
I
had
want to
tickets
see what
for
the
Monday.
concession stand looked like.
Jesus Christ, is he? So Jay-Z and R. Kelly, that was the day in Madison Square Garden. They performed on Friday that they got into like a fight backstage. And then we didn't know when we went on Monday if they were both going to perform. And we didn't know that R. Kelly got kicked off the tour. So when we got to Madison Square Garden, there were like little like printed out signs from a printer posted that saying, "Oh, if you here to see R. Kelly, get your money back. He's been kicked off the tour or whatever."
That was
And
the
then-
first concert you went to
Yeah.
in 2008.
Yeah.
Wild.
How many years old were you?
Like that.
I was 28.
Okay.
Damn.
I was 28.
That's crazy.
So being in New York, things are like super, super expensive, and
It's true.
That's, you know what I mean. So I was
then
Those has
again,
little
concerts in New York were
club
cheap.
concerts.
no,
Club
but at
concerts were like 10,
I've
15
never
bucks.
been. But at 28, I was able to afford $1,400 ticket seats, so that's why I went.
So that's
Yeah,
your
my
first
tickets
thing.
were like
$1,400
$20
seats.
bucks.
You couldn't go to like a nightclub and see some band perform live on stage, even.
Yeah, so that was DJ. He wouldn't go to the club. It was beneath him.
No,
So,
it's not.
you know,
that
it's like
beneath
what,
them.
$15? Nah.
I
I
mean,
had
if
my-
it was $1,400 for any concert you go to, I get it. I wouldn't go to shit either.
Listen, I had my daughter when I was 18 years old, so my entire 20s were focused on raising my daughter.
Whose fault was
So-
that?
That
Whose
makes
fault was that?
I didn't go to my first club until I was like 26.
I just want to say for the record here,
Okay.
everybody who gives me
I take back everything.
any grief about being bougie or anything else, I ain't ever spent $1,400 on tickets. That's all I'm saying.
Pinkies up,
Are you
bitches.
still paying that off? Like, geez.
I know.
I mean, for my daughter's birthday, we're sending her to Toronto to see Taylor Swift as her birthday gift.
Wow.
It's like,
How much is that going to cost?
Doesn't matter.
$5.
yeah.
$1,500.
DJ says, I don't
I'm
care.
just interested. I'm trying to see Taylor
My-
Swift.
He's
My
using his
first
pay by
concert
4.
My first concert was Smashing Pumpkins. My boyfriend at the time paid, and it was like $20 each, you know, so
Yeah.
$40. And he lost the ticket.
$600 on Bon Jovi. I love Bon
And then-
Jovi.
then
Don't
he
get me
gets the
wrong. but I
concert
wouldn't
and
spend
he
$600.
scalped tickets. $40.
Yeah, concerts nowadays are prohibitively expensive.
Yeah,
Yo, it's
That's
super
probably why I don't go to any of them.
Yeah.
an average
Depends
concert
who you're
ticket
going to
now
see.
starts at about 100 lately.
Really?
Yeah.
Over that.
No. Yeah, it's not.
Tools come around this year. I think I saw them right before COVID hit. I think I paid $130 for that ticket. Now they're well into like 300s now after the fees.
Well, you know what? In my defense, I guess I never really, outside of like Lollapalooza and a few others, I never really went and saw big concerts. I always used to go to the clubs and go see them in smaller, intimate settings. So
Same.
usually it was like $25 to $30
Yeah.
max.
Rocking your leather
back then,
choker. Your leather
There's
choker and your
advantage-
little leather hat.
There's the
I would
advantage of
spend like
listening
$10,
to
15, 20.
non-mainstream music.
Just like Vito.
was-
Yeah.
For Tool, I think.
But
I wanna
even the bigger shows, like I saw
Well,
Red Hot Chili Pepper for like
when-
$50.
But
Yeah,
here's
I
the
saw
thing:
Tool
when
in
I
the
saw
early
all the big
2000s,
bands,
it was like $80 or something.
all the big bands, when I saw like Metallica and Guns N' Roses and all these different bands and Ozzy and Black Sabbath, I paid $0 for them because I was working in the industry, and so the radio station I was getting into all these shows for free, and so I don't remember. I have no concept of what even back then those shows cost because I never paid for them.
So to put it in perspective, right? So CJ hit it on the head. That's the cost of living in New York. So Beyonce was here a few years. This was probably 10 years ago, maybe. So we looked at tickets for Beyonce. Good tickets, right? Quote unquote good tickets at Beyonce at MetLife Stadium. They were probably like $1,300 each for good
And that's
tickets.
MetLife, and that's a stadium.
That's MetLife. It's a stadium. What we end up doing, we drove to Hershey, Pennsylvania. We got a hotel.
Scout.
Fifth row tickets.
Giant Center.
Fifth row center. Beyonce. All of that came out to about $900. To the drive hotel, 3 tickets. It was
so you end up spending about almost the same thing in some weird way. Well, the drive, the commute.
It was
Think about
12. It was $1,200 or $1,300 a ticket for 3 people. I spent $900 including hotel for 3 tickets, 5th row center but just in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
So I want to tell you something. We got Ryman Auditorium in Nashville. I went to a show in August, and I paid the band was called Waxahachie. They're not very big, so I paid $80 for that for the ticket, 2nd row, and then I paid $100 to go and sit in this private, like catered, bottomless drinks.
Oh, bougie!
You can watch the stage from a TV in there, and then when the main band goes on, you can actually walk to your seats and shit. And it's like catered and stuff. Like so bougie, under $200, and I was a fucking queen.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's just New York. Like, yeah, the stadium shows are insane. The freaking even like club shows, because we've been to like little club shows and stuff like that, and it was like 80, 90. There's a bowling alley here that does I don't know if you ever heard of it, Izzy Brooklyn Bowl. Anyway,
I've heard of it.
So they do shows. So it's a bowling alley / concert venue. So the trick is go bowling and then hey, there just happens to be a concert. But at that venue, like we went to see Ghostface Killer there, and it was like $150 a ticket at a bowling alley. Yeah, CJ.
I just prefer to listen to the to music at home, where it's not going to make my ears bleed, is not overly distorted, and I don't have to watch from a mile away and have to watch the band on a screen. Anyways, I might as well watch the concert live at home.
Oh no, I'm not watching anything on a screen. You're that guy to hold up a sign at the concert talking about your microphone sounds like distorted.
Yeah,
that'd be great. No, it's like most of these. You go to these big shows, and like you're so far away, you end up having to see them on the screen in order to see what's going on.
That's why you don't sit far away, baby.
So KMFDM,
they tell you something
here.
When I go to some of the shows, that's where all the luxury boxes are far away.
So I don't understand that, the luxury boxes, because they're super far away, and you just get to sit and walk around.
You're not there for the experience.
So check this out. So KMFDM, it was playing in Irving Plaza. Irving Plaza is one of the. It's a club, but it's like a concert club. It's not. It's small.
Was it 40?
What was that?
Was it 40?
It was over
50? $80
for club setting. Now Irving Plaza has some history.
And it's standing room only too.
It's a standing room. There's no seats in it. But the greats have played there, man.
I don't know. Again,
Mudvayne there.
the last concert I watched was
awesome,
the Billy Joel at Madison Square Garden on TV. It sounded great in my home theater system, and I loved.
But you didn't get to see him sweat, though.
I saw
him,
close.
but
I
all
saw
the
the camera showed me all that sweat. It was great. There
I
was
saw him
no,
New Year's Eve. New
no
Year's Eve
masses.
in Nassau Coliseum. It was good.
No annoying masses around me bumping into me. My beer was cheap. My it didn't smell like tobacco when I was done. It was phenomenal.
Tobacco.
It
Over
was
here,
a
like
phenomenal experience.
in Barclays Center. So, like, I prefer going to Barclays Center as opposed to Madison Square Garden. And as soon as you go in, it's just the scent of weed. Like, we went to go see The Weeknd there, and we're there, and then we're there super early to see the opening act, so it's empty. And somebody, this is before weed was like legalized or whatever, and somebody's like sparking up, and the security guard came over and was just like, "Can you just wait till the concert starts?" Like, like it's like super empty.
I remember the first time
The Greats and Mudvayne.
I ever smelled weed. And like, so I was 13. I loved Sarah McLachlan, Paula Cole, and all that. And
10 years ago.
That's at Liz Fair.
I asked my mom, like, she got me tickets to Lilith Fair. All right.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And I was like 13, 14. I didn't realize it was just a bunch of lesbians that were going to be there. Okay? And I mean, I didn't know that. Like, I just wanted to listen to the music, right?
You're like, Indigo Girls, baby. I'm looking for the Indigo Girls.
You know, I just wanted to listen, you know, to my ladies. And there, my mom, like, I saw t-shirts, you know, like, I'm not gay, but my girlfriend is. Like, just the first time that you see that, you know, and then my mom was geeking out. I smell drugs. There's pot. Somebody's smoking marijuana around here. Because it was like me, and she brought my little friend or whatever. And I just remember, like, being like, oh.
See, my answer to that would be, Mom, how do you know what marijuana smells like?
Because your father grew it.
This one is for my friend Justin Birch. Smoke.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
Oh, Rob started it off.
There you go.
Second smoke bomb. Oh shit! I just shut the camera off and didn't press. I meant to press leave.
Epic fail.
Yo, I just shut the camera.
Yeah, this guy.
So tell me about that concert again. Anyone?
Fail.
Concert.
Smoke bomb.
Go.
I'm just a girl in the world. Oh man.
I remember for the Smashing Pumpkins concert, I did have I snuck in, and then when I went to the bathroom, I, you know, pulled it out and went, you know, in the middle of the crowd and with my friends, and we were all like lighting it up and passing around, right?
Yeah.
And then my cousin later tells me he was at that concert.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, I was at that concert too. He's like, and there was this big chick like going around the concert. And everyone was, I was like, really? I was
That
like,
was
we're smoking.
Now, one of my favorite experiences when it comes to that is me and my friends, we were going to see Primus. We would go see Primus in Roseland. So, Nick, you know Roseland, right?
Yeah.
So Rage Against the Machine there.
Yeah. So we're going to see Primus, and you know, one of the guys, he had a joint, and we decided, we were driving into the city. So it was a small car. It was like I'm trying to remember what kind of, it was a Honda Civic or something like that. So we're smoking in the car, and it's like, you have to smoke. If you don't smoke, you're gonna get contact. It's like that, right? You have to do it. So everybody's smoking in the car, but the windows are up. So when we get to when we get to the Roseland, when we get to the parking area of Roseland, we get out, and this huge cloud of smoke comes out. Meanwhile, the valet guy's like, big smile on his face afterwards, like,
He's like, your car smells good.
Here you go. I'll put it in the special spot for you.
I saw 3 great shows there. I saw Rage Against the Machine there. I saw Tool there, and I saw Foo Fighters there.
I saw so many bands there. I saw KMFDM there. I saw Primus there. Remember Sponge?
Mm-hmm.
Saw Sponge there. Madonna did a concert there once. I got to see. I saw Madonna.
Was it like early 90s? Like
it was mid 90s. It was mid 90s.
I mean, that was not bad.
You know, that's how the Beastie Boys got their start.
Yeah, so Roseland is probably
That's how
one of the
Prodigy got
bigger.
their start.
It was bigger. It's a big concert hall in New York City, but it's not like Madison Square Garden. You know what I mean? So it's just a large, and yeah, standing room only too. It's like a huge basketball stadium. That's probably how I'll do it. But man, I've seen so many shows there. I don't even remember them all.
Hammerstein Ballroom was good.
Hammerstein Ball was scary because you would go like to the 7th floor. You had to get on an elevator to go to the concert because there was multiple concerts going on there.
So a couple of shows at the Palladium, Webster Hall.
Yeah, Webster Hall's fun. I took a friend to Webster Hall.
My experience has always been that anytime you have to walk up multiple flights of steps to get to a concert venue, it's going to be a good show.
Usually.
Well, with Hammerstein, you have to get on the elevator. There are no stairs.
So have there been any bands that you've guys seen in multiple times?
Primus, I've seen multiple times.
I've seen Chris Cornell multiple times. I think
Chris Cornell. I saw Chris Cornell at the Beacon Theater. Was the best show.
Metallica.
3 times.
I saw Metallica a couple of times.
I
saw Metallica
Tool
back
at
to back.
Circle, that kind of counts.
Hey, Izzy, did you see the Summer Sanitarium tour?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I can't remember if I did. But I remember I went to a Metallica concert. I had a back-to-back ticket, so I had tickets for like Saturday and Sunday. And that Sunday when we went, Triple H and Stephanie were in the crowd, and everybody was calling them out. And Stephanie can rock, man.
I saw them. I think it was at Lollapalooza.
Yeah.
1 year.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Dave Matthews. I've seen 18 times. Dave Matthews.
Dave Matthews, really? Wow. Not a Dave Matthews fan. So
the Beach Boys 6 times.
They were big in college for me, and my friends really liked Dave Matthews. They were going to go see the band, and they were walking down State Street and bumped into him, recognized him, got his autograph, and then immediately blew that shit up and put it on their fridge.
Yeah.
And it made their entire week.
Tool is always good. Perfect Circle I've seen. System of a Down was fantastic. Radiohead was fantastic. Coldplay was amazing.
Yeah.
Jane's Addiction was really good.
Yeah. I've seen Red Hot Chili Peppers twice.
I saw the Red Hot Chili Peppers with Queens of the Stone Age and the Mars Volta.
I saw them with Mars Volta. I did not like Mars Volta at all. I didn't like Mars Volta, but I saw one of the coolest concerts I went to was Linkin Park, POD, Story of the Year, and Hoobastank, all in one show.
The best show I went to was Deftones, Mudvayne, Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, and Metallica. That was the Summer Sanitarium tour.
Yeah. Nice. Now this was a concert. This wasn't like a festival type of thing. This was like you go in and you go watch a show starting 7 o'clock. You're coming out at midnight.
This is right after, I'd say, mid Linkin Park. Their show was absolutely phenomenal.
Mudvayne was great.
Yeah, Mudvayne was good too. That was
the Linkin Park show that I went to. It was with their second album, so there was still the headliner, and they sang every song from both albums.
Any Clutch fans on the panel?
Mm-hmm.
Saw Clutch on a boat that toured the East River, and literally like as close as my hand is right now to the camera. That's how close I was to the lead singer.
I saw Helmet that way.
Helmet's another good one.
Helmet, I went to see him in Coney Island High, which is on St. Mark's Place.
St. Mark's.
And the stage was the size. The stage itself, the height of the stage was the height of my table.
So has anybody ever seen a band or a group or whatever, and they start a song that is so wildly unpopular that they stop mid-song and go to something else?
Mm-mm.
I saw a concert where the opening act was better than the headliner, and the headliner just quit.
So Metallica. When I saw them, it was right after Saint Anger came out. They started to play the title track. Everybody started booing. They stopped mid-song and went to something else.
Well, when you go see Metallica, they usually don't play their new songs.
But they played that one, and it was not happening because that album.
Bad.
That was
That's not
so
a good song.
bad.
Can I say something real quick? This is off the subject, but in chat, Mike said that his boss is watching and wanted to say hi to me. So I just want to say hi, Mike's boss.
Hi, Mike's boss.
Hi, Mike's boss.
Give that man a raise.
Make sure
Give
Mike
Mike
does
a raise.
his HR
Lord
videos.
knows he's working his butt off.
Make sure he does his HR videos.
Yes.
Make sure. But give him a raise. All of the money. All of it.
I thought Bo was supposed to
He's
show
probably
up.
gonna get him booted or something.
Where is Bo? Did Bo give up?
I think.
Well, you gotta have either Rob or
He's
Mark let him in.
He's waiting back there, actually.
Yeah, none of us can let him
Mark is
He's
preoccupied
MIA.
right now.
in. There was a show on Showtime called Roadies. I don't know if any of you ever seen it. But anyway, there was an
He is
artist
in the
there.
background.
There was an artist named Rain Wolf on that show. And I went to see him here in Dallas. He actually got off the stage, I think 2/3 of the way through the concert to play the rest of the concert on the floor amongst the crowd.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, brave.
I think 30 Seconds to Mars, the guy who played Joker, I think he's a better concert person than actor.
Oh, yeah, Jared Leto.
Jared Leto, he's a great actor. He's just a terrible individual.
All right. On that note, I gotta go.
Based on what I hear,
What'd you hear?
he's one of those method actors. So they said when he was playing the Joker, he was giving people pet mice and just being disruptive, just so he could be in character.
Yeah,
Isn't that what they all
CBGBs.
do? All the great actors.
Not all of them are like that. CBGB's was a great place, man. Smelled like piss.
Yeah, they
Smelled
couldn't
like
pay
piss,
the rent.
but it was a great place.
The rent was too much.
Yeah, because of who they were. That's why they were trying. The landlord wanted to cash in on that.
How does
I wanna-
method
I wanna
acting
see
make
the
you a bad
best-
person?
The best like Lollapalooza thing I saw was with Jane's Addiction and Incubus and Audio Slave.
Audio Slave,
There was
man.
another good one too, and I was just blown away at that concert. Like,
Audio Slave to me is got to be one of the greatest super groups ever, and they only have 2 albums or something like that.
I think they had one, right?
No, they had 2. They had 2, at least 2.
I thought he had one. He just came out just by himself.
No, they had 2 albums.
Audio Slave.
About 10 years ago, I got really, really, violently stoned and went and saw the Trans-Siberian Orchestra for like the Christmas concert.
That's Christmas
That's the
music.
best way to see them, right?
Yeah, I was like, this is peak performance.
Actually, they have more than 2 albums. Wow.
Audio Slave?
Yeah. Well, they also have like live albums too. So I don't know if you count them live albums. And so the first album, which is just self-titled, and then you got Out of Exile is the second one, which is a great album.
Who is this?
Audio Slave.
Audio Slave.
Oh,
Like
okay.
Out of Exile has To Be Yourself. Doesn't Remind Me, which is also, those are 2 great songs.
Is that the one with the worm on it? That's the one with the worm on it.
Yeah,
right?
with the worm.
Is
Yep.
Was Tom Morello?
He was a
one
guitarist. Yeah.
Yeah. It was,
So it was
three band members from Rage Against the Machine and Chris Cornell.
Yeah, so it's pretty much Rage Against the Machine and Chris Cornell.
You know, it's like you can't lose with that, really.
Yeah. Chris Cornell's got to be the best voice in rock.
Yes. Yeah. Hands down, 100%.
His range was insane.
Oh.
No.
His range. It's his range, at least from the grunge era.
Come on.
What?
Him and Audio Slave, not Audio Slave, but him and Soundgarden when they first came out. Jeez.
Because for me, Maynard's voice has always been great.
But Maynard's voice
is great. I'm telling you, who had range is Robert Plant had range.
Yeah, but we're talking about different. We're talking about different generations. I think Maynard's voice
later.
I like Cat Butt.
He could hold a beat. He could hold a tone, right? Like he could hold a chord, right? But what made Chris Cornell's voice so great is the range he had. Like he could go deep or he could go high.
And he could scream it high and hit it and hit the notes, you know?
You know what I mean?
Scream it and hit it.
I think Tom York has a good voice too. Some people think it's.
Chester was another one. Chester Benningfield was another great voice. So, but I think out of the guys who could really sing, Chris Cornell, that guy could sing.
Any band when you listen to it, just like immediately makes your ears want to bleed, like that you just can't listen to. Like, is there anybody like that? Any
My
artist
wife has that.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't have that problem.
Music I don't like.
I think my wife doesn't like The Offspring.
I like it.
I love The Offspring. I love it. She just hates it. She hates his voice.
Seen Andrea Bocelli live.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the reason I got my passport renewed was to see them in Canada or see him in Canada.
Yeah. I would say Lady F. For me, it would probably be Rancid. I do not like Rancid.
What?
Ruby Soho, baby. Ruby Soho.
I'm not a fan. Sorry.
Oh, the Mighty Boss.
I have never been.
Never been so offended. I'm sorry. I don't like punk like that.
I don't like this shit. Like it's like Blink 182 or the stuff that's just like
whiny music.
That's
all whiny music.
Everyone is getting up.
It's got that
Yeah, let me see. That added teenage boy angst of wine.
I jacked off in my pants and my mom got me.
Those are the kids that got beat up for real.
For the same way I like Third Eye Blind is one of my favorite bands too.
Third Eye Blind, it's fine.
Is that
Did you just vindicate fucking child bullies?
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, why not? Meanwhile, Bo's still waiting in the wings to get it. He can't get it.
You would say skill issue.
So I finally saw U2 after a while, but Bono has not had the same voice. I saw him, I think it was 7 years ago.
Yeah, he still smokes, right?
I don't know. Not the same.
At least he's still got that going for him. He's not a quitter.
Right. Yeah. Bono's amazing. He's a good voice, but yeah, I'm with you on that.
Okay, so for the record, Rancid's and Out Come the Wolves and Blink 182's Dude Ranch would have been in my top 10 albums. Just saying.
It's okay.
Would have been on mine, man. Wouldn't have been on mine.
Miss you. I miss you.
I've had to go to some softball games on the weekends, and for some reason at softball games, they really like to blare some music out, right? And it's always inappropriate music. And there's always kids running around, and it's always just swearing and hoes, and it's horrible.
Is it Salt and Pepper?
No, not even that nice.
Oh, speaking of bands that I've seen Blink 182 open for No Doubt.
No Doubt kind of sounds
on
like
at PNC Bank Art Center.
Oh, Jersey.
Yeah, that was No Doubt's last. That was their last concert.
I saw
before she split.
Gwen Stefani, she sings like this.
I'm just a girl in the world. That's all that you'll let me be.
Okay, so worst concert you've ever been to?
Oh, I got this one. I was not impressed when I saw Everclear.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like Everclear either.
So it wasn't like prime Everclear. It was probably like 10 years ago when they were on their Summerland tour, and they were the headlining act, and art was not good.
Yeah, Summerland was the album back in the day.
What's genres Everclear?
Pop music,
pop rock,
alternative rock. I guess.
I'm just not familiar with it.
Yeah, they're pop rock. They're I will buy you a new car, make
Wow.
you fancy.
All right.
I will.
First off, Everclear doesn't sound country.
And that was their second album, wasn't it?
We're hitting some nerves with church, man. We're
You know what I'm
stepping
saying?
on some
The
toes.
worst concert I saw was Grateful Dead, actually. 'Cause I was
Oh,
waiting.
We're in the live.
Wow. All right. My best friend was made at a Grateful Dead concert.
Because they were too busy not paying attention to the music to, you know.
Oh, there was plenty of other stuff to watch.
And there you go. She probably went to that concert.
Mine's pretty easy. It's slightly stupid. They were extremely stupid. They got way too high and could not perform. It was like it was literally. I was like, why the fuck? am I
I've
here?
never been to a concert where I could say it's my worst concert, but I have been in concerts where the opening act was better than the headliner, and then we left.
Interesting. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so we went to see Sister Machine Gun, and it was in Irving Plaza, and Chem Lab opened for them, and they tore the house down. They tore it, and then when Sister Machine Gun came, everybody was like, "Man, this sucks," and we all left. It was one of the best things ever because I got to go home early, which made me happy. So it was like 10 o'clock. They show up and they said, "It's like, what's up with this crowd? This crowd sucks." It's like, "You suck."
All right.
And then it's like, "You bought tickets to see us."
I got a
When we
question.
did Smashing Pumpkins, people were throwing cheese at Billy Corgan. Cheese. Because he's from Illinois, I guess. And that's how much like our states hate each other.
Wow.
We wouldn't come out and he was all
Okay, here's a question. If you could see any band from history now, or you get to go back in time and get to catch a concert
I
by
didn't even
any
finish
band.
fucking collecting what you already did last night.
Jimi Hendrix.
Queen.
That would be good.
I have two:
Who?
Nirvana and the original Alice in Chains band.
I think
With
I
Glenn
would.
Stanley.
I think I'd really like to catch Nina Simone live.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but I've always wanted to see Nirvana.
Yeah, Nirvana's up there for me. Maybe The Doors.
I thought of the Doors too, but Jimi Hendrix is gonna just take it to another
Yeah, the
level.
Doors I would have loved to see, but they weren't from my era. Like opportunities I didn't get a chance to. That's how
And
I
the
look
Doors,
at
you
it.
can't count on them. Maybe they're a little fucked up. Maybe they're not gonna be able to perform that well that night.
I mean, that's all of them, dude.
And,
Yeah, I
and
don't
with
know.
The Doors is like you really don't know what you were gonna get with the Doors. I'm sure.
And like the gossip girl in me would want to go back to see like Fleetwood Mac during their Rumors tour to just feel the tension and like watch them give each other looks.
I got
That would have been a fun show.
I'm changing mine.
I
I'm
have
going
not
Operation
talked about it.
Ivy because all of you people who don't like Rancid can go sit on it.
Sit on-
Sorry, bro. I
Yeah.
can't.
You need the Happy Days reference to get back at you.
But Justin, I just had this friend that was really into Rancid, and I didn't get it. So I just couldn't. I couldn't get into Rancid. I'm sorry.
What up,
Body.
I couldn't. His voice was killing me. It's really Tim Armstrong. I don't like Tim Armstrong.
No one said Elvis or the Beatles. Shit, man. Or the Rolling Stones or Zeppelin.
I've seen a little bit of Elvis perform on TV when he was older and probably intoxicated, and it was not a good show.
It probably was depressing. His older,
It was.
shows
That's
like in
exactly
the
what it was.
later 70s. Like it gets sad. It's just like, oh, you're just bloated and done for. You just need
What he
to
said, Bob Marley.
He's just over dancing it. Like, I don't know.
I mean, there's so many. Like I could go.
That's all he did the whole time. Yeah,
BB King would be cool, man.
it would have been nice to see Soundgarden. I would admit I never seen Soundgarden.
I would have loved to see Soundgarden too.
I've seen them. They were actually terrible.
It'd be cool.
Really?
This was the same show that Metallica headlined Lollapalooza, and their set was terrible.
Why?
I want to see Stevie Ray Vaughan.
That's
Ray Vaughan's
cool.
a good one.
Mike. PJ is good. Let me think of who I didn't like back in the day, but I like now.
Oh, Sum 41.
Oh, Sum 41's a good one.
That's another band I wasn't crazy about.
God damn it, Izzy, just leave.
I'm sorry, I wasn't feeling them. He dated Avril Lavigne.
So,
Is that what that song was about? I'm just a skater boy.
I get, you know, one is like I really didn't get or really wasn't into Lucinda Williams when I was younger, but now that I've gotten older, I can appreciate her and I dig her.
Yeah, nobody said Michael Jackson either. I would have loved to see Prince. Sade, I would have loved to see
Michael Jackson during the Thriller tour, shit.
Actually, I would see Michael Jackson during Dangerous.
Or Michael Jackson with the Jackson 5, that would have been fucking sick, tight.
But seeing Michael Jackson during the Dangerous tour, that's when he had all the hits. You know, and that Dangerous album, a lot of people don't talk about that album as much, but there's some damn good songs in that album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I say that album has better songs than Bad.
It would have been cool to see like somebody like Tupac, you know, to see that if the
He's still performing. You didn't hear that?
No.
He's a hologram.
Oh yeah, okay.
You can still go see him.
Because these people, they're really charismatic in person, but sometimes it doesn't always. I don't know. It's been cool to see. It would have been cool to see.
The Mamas and the Papas.
The Beatles, maybe, huh? And see what all the hype was all about. Maybe they were really great live, you know.
The
All you
Beatles,
can
I
hear
think
is
the Beatles
girls screaming though at Beatles concerts.
I think the Beatles. I think their songwriting abilities was what made everybody love them. You know
I
what I
love
mean?
Bowie. It would be cool to see Bowie back in the.
Bowie
Ziggy
was cool.
Stardust
Well,
days.
Bowie's cool. He's a good guy to see. I would have loved to see Bowie with 9 Inch Nails though. When he was doing that tour, they did that tour. I would have loved to have gone to that tour, but those tickets were a little above my price range at that time.
All right, guys, I'm gonna hop off and go see some comic books. We'll see you guys later.
Take care. Have fun.
See you, Nick.
Bye, Nick.
What is
Yeah.
that?
Smoke bombs are overrated.
That's Justin's signature.
Smoke bombs are the rancid of stream goodbyes.
Okay, now you're just being hurtful.
Can you sum it up in 41 takes?
Oh my god.
Ruby, 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 Soho.
Destination go.
All right. I'm gonna get out of here too.
Yeah, I think I am too. So
I think we should just close this stream and just let Mark open.
leave it up
Wait,
here.
just let Mark in and see. Wait. We all leave Mark's open and see if Bo shows up.
Let's do that.
okay.
Let's do that. All right, guys. I'm out.
3,
Bye,
2,
everybody.
1. Have fun.
I did not agree to this.
I don't listen to what other people say.
So, jokes on them.
Got him.
It's now the Kyle and Justin Lorcana show.
Oh yeah, let's start
welcome
talking
everybody.
about cards. Let's organize our decks. Oh man, what are you working on right now? Or is it
House of
secret?
Slaughter.
Oh, cool, sweet.
That is what I'm working on. It's due Monday. I don't think I'm going to get it all done today. Because I don't really feel like working.
So you're working through the weekend. Got it.
Yeah, my plan is to work till about noon and then just stop for the day.
Cool. There's nothing wrong with that.
Work on getting stuff listed on eBay. That's my plan.
Yo, I need to do the same freaking thing.
Part of me really hopes that everybody is not just backstage wanting to get back on.
We'll just ignore the private chat the entire time. I'm considering doing Whatnot too.
I am too. My fear with that is that I don't really want to take the time to build up that audience.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I just want to sell stuff. Like I don't want to put in the time to like start out with the non-expensive stuff and work up to the medium stuff. Like I just want to. That's just me.
Take what you have and start getting rid of it. There's a lot of people that are purging their collections right now.
Oh, so like I'm not necessarily purging my collection, as like I've bought some collections, and like
really?
it's starting to pile up. So I need to start selling it before I start
Well,
buying more.
On that note, it's a great time to buy. So it has been a great time to buy. Yeah, some of the, like I was mentioning before, some of the stuff that I was willing to pay like $250 for are selling for like $75, and I'm like, sign me up, I'll take 2.
So I think last week I bought where is it? So I found an ad on OfferUp, and it was a guy who was selling like his Nintendo DS.
Don't drive by me. Drive by you one last time. Don't worry about drive by.
He was selling what?
Can't keep up.
He was selling a Nintendo
DS.
DS.
Not do Merge Valley all day.
Okay.
And selling a Nintendo DS, like 15 games in a Nintendo DS, and it was only like $75.
Strolls
around. Oh, nice. Okay.
And it was really bad pictures, so it's hard to tell what the games were. And so I just messaged him, and I ended up picking it up, and 3 of the games were Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon White, and Pokemon Soul Silver. And so so I $75 for the system and 15 games. So essentially I got a system for free and paid $5 each for each game. So that's
and
like
Nintendo doesn't go on sale. Yeah, exactly. Like
that's a $30 game. This is a $70 game.
Okay.
And this is $130.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm
now
is
that like, is it 130 packaging or just 130 cartridge?
Just the cartridge.
Holy shit. Okay. Because I have a friend that collects a lot of that stuff, and like the value comes when you have like a clean manual along with the case and stuff like that. So
they are real. I shined the light on the back. They're see-through, like everything. I am 100% confident that they are real.
Cool. Yeah, you made out. I mean, a lot of the times people don't know what they have in certain situations. They're like, I played this and whatever.
And I'm not planning on reselling those. I'm going to keep them for myself.
Yeah, absolutely. I still have my my OG Game Boy Color. Got the
nice.
one, and I have like my Pokemon games, my Godzilla games. It's just nostalgia for me though. Like I have no interest in selling them. I'm just every now and again I'll crank it out and zone out for a couple hours and play Pokemon games.
Yeah, so what I've been doing this week is I've been going and looking at eBay listings just to find empty cases and manuals.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Piece it together. So now I have like complete copies.
I have my Super NES, right? And I have the box for it. And
I gotta head out to take my mom to this pre-surgery thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Busy morning.
Bye,
first off, let me do that. All right, there you go. That way, y'all aren't screwed by the format.
This is my gamer wristband, and that's